Alright. Hello. Welcome, everybody, to what would be, I think, session 64 of the Shiny Boys, although we are here now, post BBEG, Big Bad Evil Guy, having gone down in a fabulous Ring of Fire. We're here now in the epilogue. So, here's the timeline kind of going forward. You're here, and I'm happy to kind of go with all of you through your prospective lives for the next 6 months before you receive your... Well, you would roughly around this time, depending on where you go from here, obviously. This will be up to you. I'm going to leave this now for you guys to kind of shape and mold this ending as much as you like. With your wishes, I'd like you to, tell me how you best think that would manifest in the world, because I want you to be in control of that. Obviously, you know internally what your wish would look like better than I could know that. So I'm happy for you to tell me how you think that would, I guess, kind of look. Past that, wherever you decide to go, roughly 6 months from now, according to the invites that you will receive at some point soon, in the near future, you'll receive an invitation to Mort and Freddy's wedding, which will be held on a small little isle off the coast of Capital. So you'll take a small boat there, like a little ferry. It's going to float over there, or sail, I guess. It's not really going to... I mean, it does float, but it's going to sail. It's not just going to float. There'll be sails. Anyway, we're going to travel there. Yeah, that's a good word. And you'll make your way over there, and there'll be some festivities. You'll be there kind of for the day, overnight. There'll be like a spa. It'll be very chill. You don't know exactly what's in store for you, but it'll be a nice sort of little resort, and it'll be a vibe. So you'll have half a year of stuff to kind of, decide on what to do. And then after that point, after we kind of roleplay through the wedding scene, it'll be up to you to decide where you want your characters to go from here, ideally, kind of with the rest of their lives. There is a low chance that maybe at some point we'll do some more Shiny Boys content, but on the chance that we won't, I want to know what happens with your characters after here, or what you would like for your characters going forward. Because I'm curious about all of your happy endings. But alright, so, out of curiosity, where is it that you will all like to head? Shortly after this point. I mean, the immediate starting point is that you're on for Hello Atoll right now, and Cloud is there, and the Bird Boys are there as well. And you know,
I would go back and I would hug Tiny Fury so hard. I'm like, Tiny, you're small and I love you.
The massive Tiny Fury. Tiny Fury would purr, shaking the very ground beneath him with his absolutely massive size. Actually,
he's perfect.
Jade, let's start with you.
Yeah.
How are you planning to spend the next 6 months going forward, especially with Tiny Fury as well?
I'd stay with Core. I imagine that both Core and I would go to my temple where I came from, because he's not actually been to the temple itself. See, when we met each other, he found me on the road.
Okay.
Down from the mountains.
Okay, this is cool. So, do you remember what your wish was?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Would you care to repeat it for me, please? More in paraphrase.
To restore the society that lived there to its former glory. Bring them back, essentially. And that was my dream. That was my wish, rather.
Now,
yeesh.
My question for you...
My staff friends, the people who might have worked there, whatever it was they would do.
So, from your memory, when you were there growing up, just a wee pebble... As you were growing up, a lot of the statues were all still and just kind of sat there kind of just carved out. And you were there with Bronze, obviously, at the time. Now...
It was just me and Bronze, and then Tiny Fury.
Just chilling out.
This kind of would have been high up in the mountains with sort of, temple ruins here and there and that sort of thing. And you would have just been chilling.
If anyone hasn't checked it out, my Pinterest board has, vibes.
Ooh, yes! Vibes. The vibes. But okay, heading back... I think if you were to head back, then there is certainly a sight that you would see before you. Now, I would like you to tell me how your wish would affect, well, how it would manifest here in the world, in the physical realm. How would this look? Because obviously, there is something that you would see. The one part that I'll give you, and then I'll let you work around as much as you like.
Sure.
Is that those statues that you would have seen, carved into the walls, carved out of stone, carved out of gemstone, carved out of jade, And various other gemstones as well. You'd see a few others, you know, there would have been some ruby and things like that. Those statues are now just as alive as you are. Moving around.
Yay!
Chilling out, vibing, reconstructing their society here. Out of it, this is kind of far out of the way. This is very kind of, this is an isolated location, shrouded with trees surrounding the mountaintops and that sort of thing. Further away from the, you know, the watchful eyes of those who might be curious onlookers. My question to you is, how does this society look?
So I'm going to add on something very quickly.
Add on as much as you like.
I think, considering for her Atoll was fairly, like, en route to capital,
Yep.
I'm going to pick up Sapphire Man on my way.
Oh!
Drop him off.
And I'm going to bring him with me. And when I'm going to show Core the place which I grew up,
that's
or
cool.
was carved.
Mhm.
Now, Thomas, it's time to break it to me. Is this a brony con full of people who love unicorns? Or is it something else?
100%, Emma. You've hit it right on the nail. You could not be any more accurate.
I will say I had this image saved on my Pinterest board.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, I think I think you might see something like that.
Somewhat.
I mean, you probably see like some iconography like that around, but it's not a kind of case of.
Yeah.
You know.
I had an idea.
Twilight Sparkle's not chilling though.
I did have an idea after you mentioned that it was the unicorn deity. And because this is a temple of knowledge, I think that rather than the statues all being necessarily from like a religious point of view or perspective, I feel like they'd probably be more of like a there would be one representing many like each deity that is like in the known pantheon of this world.
I think for sure, yeah. I think
as
you
if
would
to
100%
say
see
like
that.
all knowledge is welcome here and all types are welcome here also. So when you go, you'll see someone who's like carved to look like Sylvanus or Savras or Sehanine Moonbow and Sailune and all them. So many S's. And of course those aren't the actual deities themselves, but they are like, you know, they look like them.
Cosplayers.
The cosplayers. As far as you know, they are.
Yeah.
They represent like the visual. And Jade will just take Core around, will show him everything. There's lots of like there are a lot of crystals and jewels and sort of like beautifully carved buildings everywhere.
Cause like for me.
It's not quite like glitzy or glamorous like Core's style. It's very naturalistic. So a lot of the gems are like built like hewn in the rock. Like they're in veins and that kind of thing. And in the construction of the building as well. They're not here, they haven't been gathered here or collected, they just naturally occurred here. Which is why I think it was a place of such knowledge, because it's so uncommon for so many different like different elements to crisscross over. And the people that you find here are Earth Genasi. I have actually been thinking about this, and I think that they're all they appear to be like moss people at first.
Sir?
They like move and they have like these like coats with like moss gathering on the edges and little ecosystems kind of on their shoulders.
Oh, that's so cool. I like that.
Yeah. And the more they have gathered and the more nature they have gathered on their shoulders, the wiser and more sage they are. The younger ones have fresh clothes, which they appear to have just sewn together or cobbled together themselves. And as you gain your knowledge, you also become kind of like part of the place. No one is tied down or locked in or trapped. Everyone can freely come and go as they wish. And there are two very distinct empty spots, which I think have remained empty and untouched. And one is for a bronze monument, which no longer stands there, and the other is for a jade statue. And that is
walking around.
And I think when Jade kind of crests the hill and all the people kind of recognize that he is part of their makeup, he would just wave and introduce himself and just say, "Hello, I'm Jade statue, and this is my fiance."
Course crew.
Boyfriend.
Where's my ring, Jade?
Is that? Oh,
You can't say that word until I have a ring. Hello.
Jade plucks like
Hello.
a reed and ties it around his finger.
Cole looks at me and says, "Do you want to break up? What is this?"
Oh, that was cute.
No. Cole flicks it off.
Jade
Keeps walking.
cries. Jade openly weeps and just says nothing. And then goes on and walks to his people without looking at Core again. He's upset.
I think
It's fine.
I think you two, and especially Core, would both stand out quite a bit, considering that I think it would be a case of these people that you would interact with, these gemstone monuments walking around, they'd have also a sort of stoic expression and a stoic sort of stoic mannerisms that Jade would have had early on as well. Very stone-like. Waving back at you.
Hi.
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
And what's your name?
I'm Magma Geode.
Magma Geode. Nice to
Magma
meet you.
It's nice to meet
Do they
you.
call you Maggie?
They call me Magma Geode. I'm a Magma
That makes
Geode.
sense. I don't know why they'd call you Maggie. That would be just ridiculous. And then, yeah, it goes on like that for a while.
Okay, yeah, I think you have a few conversations like that. If you'd like to roleplay anything, feel free, obviously. But I think you'd have some fun interactions like that. Jade, I think you'd notice your charisma has definitely shot up a little bit since you've last been here. I think you're also intelligent enough to probably notice that about yourself, too, at this point.
Huh.
Core, how do you feel being here?
Core he's letting Jade kind of lead the way. He is very pleased to see that Jade's wish has come true. But he's still Core. And no, he will not be accepting a reed as a wedding ring. But he's not being horrible about it. He's kind of having a good time and laughing, and he will say hi. And he'll try and like mimic the very stoic expressions, and he'll just burst out laughing every now and then.
Okay. I like that vibe. Out of curiosity, where would you have left Tamar?
He's with us, I'm sure.
Tamar's still
Tamar
climbing the
pops
mountain.
Jade.
Tamar's carrying our stuff. He's got like a big rucksack.
He's just walking behind with a
Tiny
huge backpack.
Tiny Fury is helping him up the mountain as well.
Oh,
like
cute.
giving him a nudge up, like just like nudging his behind. To sort of like help him get up the road.
Jade, I like it here.
Good. This is where I'm from, and it is a safe haven here. Only those who are knowledgeable of this place and willing to climb the great distance from the ground are able to actually live here and learn here. So it's a safe place.
It's wonderful.
Jade, Jade looks over the edge, and it's like, you know how like mountains have like gentle slopes. This is more like a pillar of ground, which they've basically crawled up, no ropes. Which Tamara's basically had to crawl up, no ropes, to get to the main path, which leads up to there.
Okay, in that case, Tamar's expressions and mannerisms are the same, but he's just far more sweaty.
Yeah.
Easy as pie. Jade, I have to say, this place, and he looks around. This place rocks.
Jade stares him dead in the eye and just goes, huh.
He chuckles a little bit. He chuckles less than I do in real life, but he chuckles.
Yeesh.
I was waiting the whole climb up to say that. I'm sorry, I apologize.
That's okay. I accept your apology.
Thank you.
Let's take you into some clothes that aren't covered in sweat. And he will produce for you a moss robe from one of the tenants there. Nice and soft, woven. It's real good.
He will change into the moss robe. And I think at this point, as well, before we do a quick meanwhile cutscene, you will receive an invitation at this point, because this would have been maybe soon after.
OMG.
You see a pigeon fly by you and drop
Pigeon.
3 envelopes, wax sealed, in front of you all, addressed to each of you. All your names misspelled in comedic ways. Core, Core, Jade, Jaid. Tamar. Tommar. Tamar looks at the two of you. Tomar.
Tomer.
He looks at the two of you. This has to be a joke, right?
I'll stab Thomas instead of I'll stab Tamar.
Oh yeah, I saw that in the chat. I was like, well, it was nice knowing you guys.
Guess I'll die.
I think I sad reacted to that.
You did, yeah.
We're gonna stab Thomas. Well, okay.
Well, let's see how you feel.
Guess I'll die.
I will say, I feel like Jade would have like tried to propose to Core like a couple of times, but he keeps doing it without a ring, and Core keeps saying no.
Oh wait, no. So what I will say is, Jade has never ever mentioned marriage up until this point.
Okay.
He just looked like he stood there like.
Then until Jade gets him a nice ring, Core will continue to say no.
Jade doesn't try again. So, I think he was like.
Then I get married.
That's fine.
Yeah, there you go.
He won't. It's like one of those situations where your dad bought your mum that jewelry she didn't like, and then 20 years.
What?
So Core and Jade are going to break up in the future.
No!
That was a nice run.
No. Jade, I think Jade doesn't understand how these things work. So if Core doesn't mention it again, he doesn't know that he needs to go get like a super big ring. He has, however, got jewels in his bag that he every now and again stares at and just is like looking at them like, I know I'm supposed to do something with this, but I don't know what. And he looks like he's got like
Jade, you precious bean.
halfway to the solution to the problem, but not quite sure what.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to find out after the wedding. Well, we'll have a wedding that we'll attend, so maybe that'll spark some inspirational moments. But after
A rat
receiving,
can get a better ring than Jade, apparently.
well, we don't know.
Jade doesn't know.
We have no idea what's happening with the wedding just yet.
I'm so upset. I'm so sad. Can't believe this.
I guess you can say we're off to a rocky beginning. I'm so sorry. Okay, we're gonna. Meanwhile.
You think I won't break up with Jade?
This is the last year. I have to fit in as many puns as possible. But alright.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to break up with Jade.
Do you think he won't?
Yeah, you won't. You want that child to live?
Anyway.
Meanwhile.
Let's go on.
This is dipping out. Speaking of, Aelin, Verdridi, your time shortly after the events of the previous session. You defeated the bad guy. The stones are now no more, and you've got your wish. How do you see it manifesting?
So essentially, well, Dridi is going to go back home, visit her family, obviously, make sure everybody's all right.
Mm-hmm.
But essentially, she's going to make herself essentially a Baba Yaga hut.
Oh, okay.
And become a traveling medic. The fabled Green Lady of the Woods.
Okay. Well, the Baba Yaga that we saw in the campaign is trapped, or was trapped at least. Don't know what her deal was.
But yeah, so she can like she essentially planar hops and jumps around and just goes and like becomes a traveling healer.
Okay, that sounds pretty cool actually. So you'd be traveling through like all sorts of different kinds of planes. Now, the hut that you build. Tell me a little bit about it. What does it look like?
Essentially, Dridi went into this like weird tree form, like embracing her like dryadic roots, and sorry.
I like that.
And essentially, it formed this like house around her that's like entirely like plant based and all under like her control.
Ooh, that's actually super super cool. I like that a lot. Okay. So,
Lily, I'm joking. Oh my god. Wait, head down.
As you hop around from plane to plane, visiting all sorts of places, I'm guessing that you're just traveling all over the place, and the hut that you kind of have around yourself, just because of the fact that it's just imbued with your natural, powerful magical energy, it'll be resistant to some of the more extreme, I guess, weather conditions that you would find on certain other planes, like plane
You're
fire.
not going to the plane of fire. It's not happening.
Okay, fair enough. Are there any planes that you're not visiting specifically?
Fire and the hells and
the hell's understandable.
Probably the abyss, you know.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Are there any ones that you're kind of majorly staying on? I'm guessing that Feywild...
Probably mostly staying and like popping back and forth between the material and the Feywild.
Okay. What does a typical day look like for you in that case?
Mm-hmm. She has like a general routine of, like getting up, hair, clothes, whatnot, going out, fending for herself, and if she runs across people, essentially just spreading the word of her services.
Would you also be exploring kind of like further into the wilderness, or are you just kind of sticking closer to sort of more populated areas? Because there's places like Capital, so I'm imagining that maybe you'd be roaming through kind of the larger areas through Capital as well, or are you kind of staying further off?
Sticking more on the outskirts.
Okay. And then kind of spreading your services, or talking about your services maybe through word of mouth. People know about your kind of presence.
Letting people, find her.
Okay. Well, I think maybe on one of your travels to the material plane, as you're kind of scouting about, tending to a wounded adventurer here and there, fellows adventuring off into the world yet to be explored. I think there would come a point where... Oh, actually, for flavor, would you keep your windows open or closed? Or creak?
Depends on the weather.
Depends on the weather? Sunny, nice, cool breeze kind of
nice
day.
Weather, windows open.
Windows open. Okay. In that case, there would come a point, I think, where you would receive a letter through the window as it gently flies in.
Hogwarts letter.
It's like, oh, yeah, exactly.
Does an owl bring it?
You don't know. It flies in through the window.
Pigeons.
Seemingly outside.
Pigeons.
Look, this is my fixation that I've inserted into campaign. I'm sorry, I like pigeons. But
I knew it. I knew it was pigeons, Thomas.
You know, them and doves are it's all the same bird. All related to each other. And they're all glorious. I love them. I will defend pigeons. You will receive...
Are doves dirtier than pigeons, or are they all the same level of germy?
Birds are germy generally.
I think they're just kind of germy, but doves just look very graceful and, like, very, very cloud-like. They're very pale, I guess. Pigeons are definitely a lot more fluorescent, but also a little bit more grey. But, regardless, you receive a letter. Verdridi. V-R-O-O-D-R. O-O-T-I. Verdruti. Verdruti. Misspelled quite horrendously. You receive a letter. Seemingly addressed to you. Wax seal. Do you open it?
Yeah.
You open it. And you witness before you the same sight that would have befallen our other adventurers. Handwriting like that of a 5-year-old in kindergarten. You can probably guess that it might be Freddy's. Or maybe Mort's, who knows? Could be angry. Maybe he's angry enough to have that,
Who's to say?
Who's to say, really? It could be either the both chaotic of individuals. But you receive an invite to an isle just off the coast of Capital on the plane that you're on. A date about half a year away. Well, maybe 3 or 4 months, depending on what time it is now in the year. An invite to a wedding. Freddy and Mort getting married. There will be a party. There will be festivities. There will be an overnight stay. All expenses paid. Hot tub and all. How does Retreat react?
Is there like a reply thing, or?
Nope.
You're just expected to show up.
It is very incompetently made. There is a date for attending, but there is no RSVP.
Okay, if there's no RSVP,
there's just so many empty seats.
The letter would be kind of... if you were to read it out, it would kind of read sort of like, "Hello, I hope this letter has reached you." And also, all these words are kind of... they're spelled wrong here and there. Reached is R-E-E-T-C-H-E-D. Somebody is clearly giving it their best, but it's only just barely enough. "I hope this letter has reached you well. We are getting married. That is me and Mort. I am Freddy. Hello. Please attend. We will be getting married." I didn't. On the 4th of October.
Now we know. Yep.
And so you go. And there's an address as well. Or, well, it says to wait at the port, at a time, at a date. And wait for a blue vessel with yellow sails in the shape of flowers.
Wait, sorry. What kind of vessel?
A blue vessel. It's a boat.
Okay.
Boat that's blue. painted blue, completely, entirely, extremely tacky as you can imagine. It's a bit too vibrant, just a bit too much. With yellow sails, flower shaped, specifies in the letter. And there's a little cute little drawing as well, like a little sketch.
Is this a bath toy?
It could kind of look like that. It's like a little boat, but there's like a little flower coming out of it.
Drudy gives the this is the pigeon still there?
The pigeon is long gone.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh.
It was kind of a drive-by mail kind of drop-off. Or
Cool.
a fly-by?
The drive-by pigeon.
The pigeon drives in its mail truck. I don't know why I was imagining that.
Mail shark.
Oh,
Great, guys. The epilogue session's going real good.
this is going really well.
I don't know if you heard, but I heard the epilogue session was really, really good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that'd be fun.
It's a feisty session.
I really am.
But it's up to you to decide how you'd like to go and how you'd like to plan. Now, Vidridi, is there anything that you're doing in preparation for the event? Or just in the general time span that you have? It'll be a few months away from this point in game, so you have a little while if there's anything you'd like to do, or anything like you'd like to cover. If Vidridi's been doing anything that you want to talk about, up to you.
She probably will eventually boot back to the Feywilds and pick up her date. Well, less date and more +1.
Or +1, which I think everybody will see maybe sooner rather than later. But if there's nothing else you'd like to do, I'll quickly pop back to the others. How do you all prepare and get ready for the date incoming in question?
Okay, so before we do anything, we zoom back in time to moments, maybe hours after they arrived.
Okay. This is like an artsy movie where we're kind of getting like forward in time, backward in time. Shortly after, you are on for Heller Atoll. The stones no longer work. You just fought.
No. I mean, hours after they arrived at the temple.
After they've arrived at the temple. That's a distant memory.
Yeah. They're maybe settling into a room at the temple, and Jade is going to pull Cora aside, and he's just going to say and he produces a long piece of grass and starts tying it up in a little bow, and he just says, "Look, I just want you to know that I struggle with the way things happen with making making physical things that reflect promises I want. But even if there's nothing here, which there soon will be, I promise this is just a placeholder. I just wanted to maybe suggest the idea that we start, calling each other fiancés. And this is that. So, do you like the suggestion?"
Cora picks up the reed. He's like, Jade, this is gonna rot within a week, right?
I am aware, but by then I'll have figured something out. There's lots of crystals around here.
It's a very sweet gesture.
There is a pink diamond statue over there. I'm
I
ready
like
to
to
attack them.
Cora puts the ring on his finger. He's like, for now.
For now, I'm going to just go and ask for a finger. I'll be right back.
I'm really not trying to be mean.
No, I know you're not.
It's just in my nature.
He leans down very far and gives you a kiss on the top of the head. And he just says, "I'm just going to go and attack one of the statues."
Or we could just wait and go to a store and get one.
There aren't any stores here. This is just...
I mean, in the future, how long are we going to be here for? We can go to a store.
Well, we're immortal. Except... They both look at Tamar.
Cora, I thought we were staying here forever. I thought this was our new forever home. He still has the backpack on.
You might need to carry that down the mountain again, Tamar.
We will stay here for how long, Jade?
How long do you guys want to stay?
1,000
Well, I've got shit to do. You're not going to live 1,000 years, Tamar.
Well, not with that attitude, Cora.
Definitely not.
Actually, you chose not to. I asked if you wanted to, and you said no.
Yeah.
When you say shit to do, what shit do you have to do? By the way, Core, Jade turns to you and presents the DM an opportune moment. How are your parents doing?
Cora, you think back in time. Okay.
This story is told in reverse.
Okay.
I see Emma's DM'd the DM.
DM the DM. So, Core,
Yes.
do you remember your wish?
Yeah, I think with Core's wish though, it's a little bit harder for me to explain it because obviously Aliciano is a character that you've been controlling.
Mhm.
I think he's rescued Aliciano from what terrible things that were happening to them.
Very bad. Would not recommend.
On the beach. He's standing by Aliciano, and he looks as if he's trying not to appear concerned, but he's also keeping an eye out almost desperately to see if his wish worked, I think.
Okay, so you're kind of scanning the horizons and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Where would you have pictured, if there was anywhere Core was looking? How dramatic is this going to be? Is it going to be kind of like a walking out from the sea kind of... I'm just trying to imagine what Core is kind of thinking in his mind. Because the way this is going to kind of work is if you've got kind of a fantasy in your mind of how this is going to go, then that's kind of how it will manifest itself in reality.
I think it'd be very subdued. I think if this is what I think it is, they would just appear from the other side of the beach.
Okay.
Just walking, I think.
Okay. I think that's what you would see. You kind of look around and there'll be nothing around for a little bit. And you'd be looking around. Luciano's there, rubbing their head. Oh my goodness. Ah.
I'll get to you later.
Keep looking. And roll for me. I'd like you to roll for me the first check of the day. Roll for me a perception check.
What is this?
What is this?
It's a 14 plus... I think Core has a +2 to his perception. Could be a +3. But I'm going to go with the +2, so 16.
Okay. I think with a roll like that, you kind of look around, and you look to one end of the beach, and then you look kind of to your side, and then behind you, you notice a figure, and then you look back, and then you kind of double take for a moment, as you see maybe 15 feet away from you is a figure that you do recognize, that you haven't seen in a long time. How do they look?
How does Zar look? God damn it, I need to get there. No, I can do this.
The answer.
So Zar is a grey elf changeling. So they're shorter than Aliciano. Not as short as Core. I don't know where Core got his short jeans from. Zar has pale silvery grey skin and a similar colour hair, completely pale eyes as well. Looks like a perfect mix between grey elf and a classic changeling, if you know the designs. Quite willowy, but not as thin as Aliciano, I would say. Always got a bit of a smirk on their face, but maybe not right now.
Yeah, I think right now it's more of a sort of solemn
Sometimes,
expression.
mostly, often has a bit of a smirk on it.
Sometimes, mostly, often.
But now, no.
No.
Cheekily appearing like... But no. Core, you see Zar. Zar sees you.
Huzzah.
Huzzah.
That's everybody.
Zar.
Okay, everybody's got their puns down today. Okay. You see Zar. And they stand before you.
Caesar!
Jade, are you dare yelling this? This is on the beach, so you are there.
I'm gonna go to the loo whilst Emma takes a moment to calm down.
I don't think you're done. Get them all out. Go on.
If Jade actually said that, I think Drady kind of did actually chuckle.
That would be funny. Tamar, I think, is there. Well, Avarice would be there as well. Everybody's here, actually.
Everybody's on the beach.
This is so bizarre.
Oh my god, Emma! Oh my god. Be
careful as he approaches. It might be hazardous.
This is worse than the Rocky puns, I have to say. Oh my goodness.
What a surprise!
Sound.
Oh, it wasn't a pun. I just wanted to get you.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Ah!
Like a squeaky
You know what
toy
they
laugh.
say? How Zari is this?
This is cursed.
I don't know. I'm just. It doesn't feel.
I'm just crying now from laughter.
This is is a Core's dead parent, and you just go off with the party.
Yeah, there's this really beautiful scene. Cora's like there. Oh my goodness. Zara's there, approaching slowly. And Jay's in the back like, Huzzah!
Sorry.
It's kind of adorable though. Tamar is there, shook, shaken, but not stirred. And Alara is there. She's also very surprised at this sight. Absolutely beside herself, but not literally.
Not literally beside herself. She's standing in one place.
Shut up.
I said that, I'm sorry. That was a tag.
Y'all are amazing, and I love you.
Tag team.
My camera also like.
Zara approaches you, Cora.
Yes.
I can
Just leave. Leave the room.
Nonsense.
Okay. So, Cora, you see Zara. Do you say anything first?
I think Core will look between Zar and Aliciano.
Okay, Aliciano is still on the ground right now going, oh.
He flicks Aliciano.
Oh. Luciana looks around her and stares in shock at Zara, who seems rather unperturbed at this point. Zara looks at the two of you. Also, out of curiosity, what kind of a voice do you think Zara would have? For flavor.
God,
I have an immaculate range. We can go from, to... We got all the voices. I'll do my best.
Zar is not as soft as Aliciano. I think Zar's a little bit snarky. Kind of more on Core's personality register, I think. So
Okay.
you can do with that what you want.
Okay.
What's up, bitches?
What's up, bitches?
What's that?
You think you can kill me? No one kills me. His dad is Loran.
Zara looks between the two of you specifically, and briefly between the rest of your compatriots who are all there. Vidridi and all the other patriots, all the other NPCs. I said compatriots, and I just said patriots. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Looks between all of you, and says to you, Cora, "What's with the look?"
That was death.
Second, what did you say?
How was death?
Death. Was I dead?
Yeah, for like, I don't know, 50-something years?
Okay. I don't remember being dead.
Do you know who I am?
I know who you are. But
Do you know who that is?
Well, of course I know who that is. Luciano, what are you doing on the ground?
Yeah,
Luciano is still
sit
just in
down.
shock. Kind of just like reeling back a little bit.
Is this the first time that Zal's meeting Core? It
In
is,
this
isn't it?
form, yeah.
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 I think Zara smiles. Knowingly.
So what do you even remember?
And then the smile kind of fades. I remember being at home. And then I remember a very sharp pain. From my right shoulder down to my hip. Like I was being torn apart. And that's my last memory. I'm guessing that I've been dead since then.
Core will walk over to Zar and just look at where he saw the like massive gashes across their body and see if he can see any trace of them.
No scars at all. As if they were never there.
He kind of thumps his fist against Zar's chest.
It's solid.
He pats the chest. He's like, interesting. He bites his lip and then he pushes Zar towards Luciano. Have your reunion then.
Zara kneels down. Luciano's still there, absolutely in shock. It's been longer than you realize. Luciano says to Zara. 50 years? Yeah.
Maybe you do realize.
I obviously don't know how that must have felt. I'm sorry I was gone. It's not your fault. I think you should thank Core.
Yes, I think you should thank me. Core's still standing back from them. He's like got one hand on his hip. He's like, me? Yeah, thank you. I'm amazing.
Jade is
Alessiana
going to
looks
put
to
his
you.
hands on Core's shoulders and just lean down and say, you know, you can give them a hug. Because, like, this
And
must be very
yeah.
emotional for you.
Core just looks more and more like, ugh.
He starts slowly pushing you forwards.
No.
Yes.
I think
it's like trying to get, it's like picking up glass when there's food. Like,
No.
I think Zar would open up their arms for a warm embrace. For the first time in an unbelievably long time for you, slightly less unbelievably long for Alessiano, because Alessiano has also a bit of a weird experience with the last few years of memory. I think you would feel Alessiano hug much, much tighter than Zar.
Core is very stiff when they hug him.
This is like kind of a group hug. This is like the three of you at this point right now.
Yeah. And then he'll just start patting as if he's still trying to establish that they're real.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look like he's fully let himself trust this at this point. I don't think that's going to come instantly either, but he isn't pushing them away.
Mm-hmm. I think Zar would hold you by the shoulders and kind of look at you. Core. Thank you. And I'm sorry. I've missed a lot of... They look you up and down. A lot of this.
You missed everything.
I did. But I'm eternally grateful that
Yeah, I could
I'll
have
be
wished
able
for
to see
everlasting gold or 1 million gold, as that idiot did, but
Iris is over at the side. He's currently surrounded by bags. They look hefty, like they're containing some huge number of coins. Yeah, he's beside himself right now. He's rolling around.
I like to think he wished for 1 million gold, but he got it all in coppers.
oh my god, yes.
100%. That's how he imagined it. Just like this, so it would just be the absolute most extravagant amount.
Yeah. Take up most space.
He opens up a bag. Oh, he pulls out a scoop. Oh, Core, come join me. I'm going to go swimming in this metal substance.
Yes,
That's
the
how
Scrooge
he died,
McDuck.
suffocating on coins.
He starts to
I would have wanted to.
He starts to burrow in. You see his legs just kind of hanging out from a large satchel, probably containing some large quantity of money. And he pulls out small gemstones, a little diamond, a gold coin. Gore, it's another gold coin. I have limited. Would you like? Oh, Gore, come here. Gore, come here. I've got a coin for you. I would like to pay you for your services. Thank you very much. Appreciate you all.
Grabs
Who would like a tip?
when he says pay for your services, Core
Jade-
grabs his parents and pulls them away. He's like,
Jade
we need to talk about that.
is walking
Alessiana
firmly
looks at you with a sort of.
towards and is about to throttle him. In
Well,
fact,
he is,
actually,
like,
no,
throwing
not even
poison
about. He
oak
just
at
picks
him.
him up. He picks him up, holds him in front of Driti so she can smack him and throws him into the sea.
He makes a distant splashing sound as he falls.
Swim back to your gold.
You just hear him blubbering from underneath the water.
I don't think he can swim.
No. Well, that's his problem
That
now,
sounds
isn't it? A him problem.
Tamar, can you go get him?
I'll give him a minute first. Let him really feel the
Okay.
fear before I come
No,
get
he
him.
will drown in a minute. It does not take very long. And takes
This is
very
not
little
my
water.
problem.
I
Alright.
turn to Core's parents, so
I'll make
this
my
is
way.
what we're like.
I think as also just rewinding a tiny bit, a few moments behind, when that statement is uttered, I think all at the same time in unison. I think 4 faces would turn towards you at the same time. Zar and Luciano, both with a sort of surprised glance. Luciano a little bit more surprised. Alaria would turn to you with a smirk. And Tamar in horror.
I
Treaty smiles at
didn't
his
charge
smile.
him most of the time.
think Ilari would start
Jade now
laughing.
looks at Cole with horror.
This is not how I want to introduce myself to my dead parent slash evil ex-evil parent.
It's fine, Core. Who might your friends be?
That he points at Avros in the sea. That is my ex person. This is Dreedy, our doctor. That is, you know, Ilaria.
He waves.
They don't matter. That's Jade, who I'm currently dating, and that is
current person.
You're more than a person, and that is Tamar, who I'm also currently dating.
He's carrying an unconscious Avarice out of the sea. Should we do anything
It's like
about
a
this?
romance novel cover.
I think I left him in the water a little bit too long. I apologize.
You can give him CPR.
CPR?
He's reading. Do you know how to do CPR?
CPR?
She slow blinks.
He drops Avarice down into the ground. He makes a thud as he hits the sand.
She seriously considers it, and then she does.
I think, as you
That's
do,
it! She does it! She gives him
She
CPR!
gives him CPR.
Oh my god!
It's life-saving.
as you do, afterwards, he comes back to life, essentially, coughing and wheezing, and he coughs up a gold coin.
Dreedy takes it. Mine now.
I know.
Add 1 GP to your inventory. Avarice looks at you and turns his head around. He flops like a fish for a little bit. My life flashed before my eyes. I'm filled with regret. What am I living for?
What have you learned?
I should have wished for at least 10 million in gold.
Core's parents just like, what?
They're just here.
Go home, Avros. Go home, you're drunk.
Core will just steer his parents, and he'll steer Jade and Tamar away from the chaos.
Avarice looks
And
around.
he'll do a proper introduction. He looks awkward.
Okay.
Dreedy just stares at him like, you're leaving me alone with this mess.
He just goes and leaves.
Avarice looks a little bit out of it, a little bit a daze. He's looking around for his money pile and he sees it in the distance, and slowly, like a zombie, starts wandering back to it. Oh, it is real. I wasn't sure.
Imagine how many services you can buy with that. Core calls over his shoulder.
He turns out to
Internally,
Madridi.
I would like to steal.
Madridi. Oh, thank you for everything you've done.
You're welcome.
You've saved my life. I'm in danger to you. Tell me anything. I'll do it for you. Name it. I'll work for you forever.
Nope, just your coin. That will do.
How many would you like? I have 999,999 more to give.
You could have been an infinite supply.
Here, hold on.
I will settle for 10%, but that is because I expect that you will need my services more than once. More.
I have this.
You'll ban him forever now.
This is not from my wish for Judy, but it is a token of gratitude, if you choose to accept it. It might not be your style, so I understand if you don't wish to, but it meant a lot to me, and I think you should have it.
Out of his mouth.
This was
What
my
is
father's.
it?
My father's father. It is a pocket watch, as he calls it. It is meant to tell the time, although it has long stopped working. But my grandfather, you see, was
I'll do that in the epilogue.
a medic. And I totally didn't just make that up on the spot just now. That was always part of his character's backstory, okay?
Wait, I missed it! No!
It's because you were laughing.
I was laughing too hard! Repeat, please.
We rewind the tape. Avarice holds out a pocket watch. This belonged to my father. My father's father. I don't remember the exact line that I delivered anymore. You see, he was a medic. And the stopwatch has long since stopped working. He's not laughing, I am. But he's very
This is
serious.
This is a perfect token, thank you. And I will only take 5% of your hoard.
5%, of course. I don't know what amount that is.
I'll take 50.
I'll give Core. We may need to renegotiate.
I'm back billing you for my services.
Jade hates
Tamara,
class-
Tamara
Brady
falls.
just snaps. Like,
More
get
classes
him.
in Barbarian.
I think Tamara's just walking, and I think as you say that, he just trips over and falls face first into the sand and doesn't get up. He just chooses to stay there in the ground. His face is.
All right, tomorrow I'll back bill you next.
Or I live here now.
Cora's just laughing. He's lost it.
And as he hands it over for treaty, you do feel that it is imbued with a sort of gentle, sort of magical energy, sort of light residue of some sort of healing magic, kind of emanating from the what used to be a pocket watch. Now just it's still a pocket watch, it's just not a non-functioning one now. Looks like it's been well worn and worn down and knocked about a little bit. I couldn't figure out how to get it to work in all my years of having it.
Can I cast mending on it?
You can! Yeah, that's a spell. Go for it.
He didn't push the crown in.
You cast mending. And as you watch, you can kind of see... Well, as you watch. As you watch the watch.
Yeah.
You look at it, and you see beneath the face where the hands are. You can see kind of the gears and coils inside. And you see as they're kind of... They're all kind of rattling around a little bit. Slowly, as you cast mending, you feel the pocket watch start to come back together. And you watch in real time as it all sort of bends itself and all the gears start to reintegrate with each other. The coils form back, tight as ever, and it looks almost like new. Still kind of, still very clearly vintage, but mended. And if you listen carefully, you can hear it ticking. The time is completely off, but it is working
It's a
now.
pipe bomb.
How did you do that?
Magic. And she, uses like druidcraft to send like a little like gust of wind and leaves just kind of like dancing around him.
Oh, that's cute. I think he smiles very genuinely. Usually, I think Avarice puts up a sort of a front of. He's sort of a showman in a lot of ways. He likes to be very extravagant, but he smiles very genuinely when he sees that you do that. I think it's in good hands. Also,
You might do better without your facade.
Or worse. It says from behind him.
very true, very
No,
true.
Jade is with Cora in the distance.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Is he?
I think Avarice sort of solemnly nods.
This is a much more preferable Evros to.
We'll see.
There is
where-
not a nice word that I know in this language.
I understand, Judy. I appreciate you and your direct nature. Also, I just realized I don't have any way of transporting this gold. It's manifested itself in quite a lot of coins and a lot of change, and it is quite heavy, and I don't think I can move it. I didn't think this through at all.
Perhaps you might ask for help. And Drini kind of like looks over at like Cora and Jade and Tamar.
Tamara's on the floor.
No, Cora dragged Tamara along with them.
Oh,
He
yeah.
wanted to talk to them all.
Tamara's being dragged along like a.
Come on, Tamara.
I don't want to.
I won't bill you for the services. Promise.
Okay, I'm up. So, what's our plan from here? Tamara says.
Jade says
As he
we
scowls.
could go to my temple. I'm curious to see how it looks now, all things considered.
That sounds like a wonderful idea. I shall fasten us a backpack. And cut to future stuff. Now, big question. The day is coming up. You're all in your respective locations. And before you lies the eventful date. It is tomorrow that you are meeting. In the morning. In the port. In capital. Waiting for a very characteristic and unique blue little ship. How do you arrive? Do you arrive? Are you attending? Are you not attending? Who are you coming with? What are you wearing? How are you all looking?
I'm gay.
I'll go, but I'll bring my parents because I haven't let them out of my sight for more than a week at a time.
I think things at this point will be probably far less awkward than they were initially, and you're maybe a little bit more understanding of each other's situations in life, I guess. It's a bit weird. I mean, from your perspective, Zar hasn't aged. Not that Zar ages very much, just in general, but very clearly, this is the same Zar that was around 50 years ago. Aliciano has gone through some serious shit, and you've also gone through some stuff. So,
Has Aliciano got their wings back?
yeah, they've regrown at this point. I think you said earlier, well, last session, that you would have had them regrow, and they would have been slowly regrowing when you initially saw Aliciano from where they once were. At this point now, they're back and in full swing, flying around. Absolutely magnificent wings. Core, how would they look?
Aliciano has pink wings.
Pink wings!
A lot of Aliciano's features are very pink.
Hmm.
They've got long, blonde, curly hair
Hmm.
and pink wings, pink eyes. Yeah.
I think Aliciano at this point, now, later on, now in kind of the future, 6 months later, would look far less frail than before, because in Calarel mode, Aliciano would have just been very, very pale, very frail, kind of mind controlled. That was also part of it. Now no longer part of it.
And a mind
A little bit of mind control. A little bit of mind control.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. It was kind of a lot towards the end, but now no longer.
I think this might be more stuff after the wedding, but I think Core has been more and more curious about what Aliciano is and learning stuff from them. I think he waited a little bit and then he went in on his questioning. He had a notepad. He was like, I have so many questions.
Okay. When do you think this would have happened? Because we can roleplay this scene out.
Okay. I think maybe once Aliciano had regained their strength, so maybe like a month after.
Okay. So Aliciano's wings would have been like only partially formed. They would be just like little, like cherub wings, you know? Just like little itty bitty ones that are just kind of growing. Just sitting down with you. Maybe by a fireplace.
Yeah, Core would have got them in a little apartment.
Mm-hmm. Little tea.
With his cash.
So you would have sat them down. Aliciano's there.
Yeah.
Zar is maybe... What would Zar be doing? Would Zar be out and about?
If Aliciano... Yeah, maybe Zar's getting some, like, supplies and stuff for the...
Okay, so this is a one-on-one conversation.
Yeah.
So it's Aliciano
Core is keeping his distance as usual. He only ever, like, rarely ventures into their personal space.
And Aliciano looks far more comfortable now, just generally being around. Little wings fluttering.
Cool. So, Fairy.
You have questions, don't you?
I definitely have questions. You really didn't tell me anything.
I didn't. You were a lot younger at the time.
I'm a smart person. I bet I was a smart child. How old was I? 3? I bet I was a smart 3-year-old. Should have told me things.
You definitely were. You got all of that from Zar.
Yeah, I could tell. I wouldn't have let myself get mind controlled. Too soon, wasn't it? Anyway, fairies, go.
Well, what would you like to know?
Why'd you run away?
Well, it's a big question, but I guess we can start somewhere in history. As you might know, Core, I'm sure you're, at this point, probably far more aware of your own powers than you would have been when I was, I guess, first starting to get mind controlled a little while ago. But where
50 years ago.
Yeah, it's been feels like it wasn't that long
50
ago.
years.
50 years ago it was. Feels like yesterday, but at the same time feels like it was 1,000 years ago. It's funny how time works like that.
Cole's just like, all right, casually flexing your immortality. That's fine. Go.
Core, you will live a long time.
How long?
Well, forever. You're not in... Well, let me put it this way. You won't die of natural causes. There are none to die of for us. That said, you aren't impervious to the whims of those who may wish to harm you.
Oh, I know that.
And there are those who wish harm upon us, to harvest our power. There are those who seek immortality. and many believe that we are the key to that.
Okay.
For that reason,
So no open lying around.
well, it depends on where you are, but it's good to be aware of your surroundings. In recent years, I don't know exactly how it's been. There aren't that many who openly wish to seek out our kind. Not many people believe that we even exist. I'm sure you know that
Why not?
it's been a long time since fairy kind have been integrated into general society on the material plane, let's say. Many, many hundreds of years.
So I know almost nothing about you and Zar.
Mhm.
I know Zar's not a fairy,
Zara's not.
but you took me away from the fairies.
Yes. I believe that
So
we were
what's
in danger
stopping me
at the
from going
time.
and finding them?
Well, nothing.
Sorry, Thomas, it's cutting out a little bit.
Oh, okay. Let's move my microphone a bit closer.
It's because it's coming from Emma. My hearing's not amazing. So.
Okay. Okay, repeat what you just said and we'll go from there.
Oh, what did I just? What's to stop me from finding the fairies?
I won't stop you. If you seek them out, I'll do my best to help you find them. But I do not believe that they are where we last were. I believe that we were in danger at the time. The others did not. And I did not wish to risk your life there with that belief in mind. We have small colonies, maybe, here and there, although I don't know exactly where there is. But where we used to live, I don't believe that colony is around anymore. That location had been known for a while. I don't know what happened.
How do I get that?
I can tell you as much as I know. There are a great many planes that can be traveled through. In the Feywild, you will probably be able to find the most fairies living there still, although they've moved across planes. So there may be some on others, but those I'm not so familiar with. But in the Feywild, if you choose to venture out into the wilderness, there are forests where we once roamed free. I do not know them by name, but I can certainly help guide you there if that's something you'd like to do at some point. And we can look
Do you have
together.
any other family?
Not that I know of. I remember my parents, but I haven't seen them in thousands of years.
I think if we want to skip through, I think we'll just continue taking notes
Okay.
and
Okay.
into. I don't know.
Are there any specific key things that you would ask, or that he would ask?
I think Cor would be interested in why Luciano had run away.
Mhm.
Things about general, I think, fairy biology to help him kind of understand what he is.
Mhm.
And he would be interested in finding other fairies, I think.
Yep. Okay, so a few things that you would get from that as well. Just looking around in general. Feywild is a good place to start. Potential one-shot material there, if we ever decide to do anything like that. But I think that's where Luciana would point you, and even offer to help out as much as they possibly could. As far as fairy biology is concerned, generally, you're not super impervious to most things. Fairies can be kind of like glass cannons with a lot of magical power, but can go down quite easily. Wings, if they are cut off, will not regrow without magic, without some sort of repairing spells or anything like that. Same with most of your limbs. But outside of any sort of drastic shocks to the body, you will pretty much live forever. You will be completely unhindered by the natural aging process. Past a certain point, you will kind of develop into final core form, and then you'll really never age after that point.
Cor's just like, whew. When Zar comes back, I think Cor is a lot more casual, I think, with Zar. Considering Zar never did anything horrible to him. But
sure.
he is opening up more to Elysiano because he knows that it's not Elysiano's fault what happened. So I think there are just some images he struggles to get out of his mind.
Yeah, for sure. I think even as soon as 1 month after, it'd still be pretty fresh.
Yeah.
Bam.
But he will be spending more and more time with them. I think he would want Jade and Tamar to spend time with them as well.
Oh, cute little double dates.
What you don't know is that Jade has been sitting outside the whole time, just like this,
Just
waiting
listening
for you
in.
guys to be finished, so he can take you to his favourite rock in town.
The favorite rock.
rock.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
But okay.
And he would slowly break the truth of his history to his parents in little bits, never in the full story.
Oh
Just
my
like,
goodness.
yeah, we don't talk about Avros. Ever.
Core, that's fine. I don't need to know every detail.
There's something I need to do.
Mhm. Jade.
What's it?
Only once you guys are finished, though. Just I remembered something.
Well, Core, is there anything else you'd like to roleplay through? Or get on the
Probably
record?
not until after the wedding, I don't think.
Okay.
Woohoo.
In that case,
Okay.
Jade.
So, this is what I would like to do.
Okay, before you do it, when would you like to do it? Because you've got this 6-month window between the final session and the wedding is beginning.
Once we've left, after we spent our time in the temple once we've made our way to capital after maybe a couple of weeks of seeing, that place and setting up a camp there and establishing ourselves.
Yep.
When we're back in capital for however long we're going to be there, Jade one night sneaks out to Avros's house under the cover of darkness.
I know what Jade's gonna do.
Okay. Okay. Avros's house. Okay, this is how far? Okay. I think at this point, a new house would have been built over that lot.
That's fine. That's more than fine. I just need to get up to the lot itself.
Wherever Avros is living.
Because I'm pretty sure that building was completely destroyed.
Except the basement.
Except the basement. That was intact. We do remember that. Thank goodness for the basement.
It's his greatest treasures.
I'm just trying to find something.
But there'll be kind of a freshly built it'll look like a homey sort of hut. If you're back in capital, by the way, it'll look much more homely, much more lively than it would have before. Or, well, it did look lively at one point, and then Medusa happened, but now the banners and everything are kind of gone.
So I will break down the door of this new... I'll kick it in.
Okay, roll for me a strength check with advantage. This could be some, little old lady living there, oh my god!
No, is that where Avros is living?
This is Avros's house.
This is the lot where Avros's house was.
I think Emma meant where Avros
Oh,
is
do you want to go to
living.
do you want to go to his current residence?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no. I'm at Avros's house.
Oh, okay, I
Which
misunderstood.
is
Okay,
where-
sorry. Yeah, because you said you went to capital.
Which is all of his prized possessions.
Okay. So, Avros has moved at this point in the campaign.
Yeah, that's fine. I break down the door.
You are at a private oasis right now. Huge mansion. Definitely some of that gold went towards this. Absolutely huge. It looks very modern, very chic, very magnifique.
Cool. I'm treating this as a melee attack.
Go for it.
Against the door. 22.
22 meets it and breaks it. Completely down. What time of the day is this during?
Dead of night.
Dead of night!
Just breaks the entry.
Oh,
Breaks the
no!
entry.
Not the dead of night! Is it a weekday or a weekend? Choose
It's
wisely.
Thursday.
Okay. It's a Thursday. Alright, okay.
Thursday. Not day.
Avros is sound
Not day
asleep.
night. Okay, not very long.
Not for very long. Okay, if you break down the door... You break down the door and you see a grand sort of room in front of you. A double staircase heading up into a middle sort of elevated hallway leading down. You see rooms on all sides. You see fancy tables, vases. You see a giant painting of Avros himself.
I do see giant paintings. I approach Avros.
Yeah.
I assume he sleeps amongst his gods.
Like a dragon.
Like a dragon.
Yes, like a dragon. Okay, I think you would kind of... There's a room at the end of the hallway at the top. And it's like a vault door, and it's open currently. And you see this pile of gold, and Avros is just passed out on it.
Okay. I make a very pointed stop at a very special place along the way. And I retrieve 50 foot of silken rope. And I will wake up Avros in process of him being tied up using all the skills that Core has taught me up until this point.
Avros, okay, as you begin tying Avros up, and eventually as you've tied him up enough that he's restrained, and he wakes up from this process, he will scream.
Yes.
I'm sorry! I'll give you anything you want, don't hurt me! Jade?
Hello.
How is he
Hello,
tied, actually?
Jade.
Wait, I don't know.
He is cobra tied.
Cobra
So
tied?
his hands and his feet are passed back.
Jade? What brings you here to the humblest of abodes? On my humble island? In my humble chamber, atop my humble pile of gold.
Say it a few more times, maybe it'll stick.
He's wearing like he's wearing silken robes.
Jade looks at him with disdain and he just says, "Are you enjoying yourself here?"
Look, I would be lying if I didn't say that I'm enjoying myself a little bit more now. There's something thrilling about this situation.
You can't win.
Okay, so
No, I blame you
Jade
entirely.
does not do that, and instead he goes over to the painting that he came for here in particular.
It's in
Now,
this
you guys
room.
remember this? If you may not remember this, but Emma does. There's a
I
painting
remember.
of Bois and Bois mid-sexual intercourse in his house.
He has that. Yeah, he has a
And
big.
Jade
this
has
room.
retrieved it and the very expensive golden frame which Avros commissioned.
Wait,
Still here.
Jade. No.
Slee's dead.
Sorry, Treaty.
Retreating.
I don't have a question anymore.
Okay, cool, that's fine.
I have a question.
Jade is going to prop the painting up
Jade.
opposite Avros as he's typing.
Jade. Jade. No. Jade, I'll give you anything. Not that painting. Not that painting. Not that painting, please. Jade, please. Jade. You must have
He
some.
drags the dragon down.
No, Jade. We can still.
Slicing it right in front of him.
We can still mend it. We can. Well, what is Jade? What has brought you here?
You don't know the mending spell, I know.
I don't. I didn't study it. I meant to know it.
You told me about your father's pocket watch. I know what destroying looks
My
like.
grandfather would be so disappointed in me.
And it will carry on until the painting is naught but shreds.
No.
Ribbons even.
No. That's the most beautiful confetti I've ever seen, but I preferred it in painting form. Jade.
I start taking the shreds and just like sweeping them into the fireplace.
No, I can't believe I left that fireplace lit overnight. Jade, please. Think about this. I know. I'll do anything. Please.
Believe it. I believe
I
it.
really looked at it.
I'll give you all the gold in the world.
Too late, it's not going to bring a painting back. This is who I am now. Anyway.
Jade has a hit list of everyone that Core's ever hooked up with. It's a very long list.
Anyway.
Do I get to
No
live?
more of these.
What? Why?
Why what?
Why not? Why
Why
no
not
more?
what?
Why no more of these?
Because we are now in a monogamous relationship with one other person.
Yes, I suppose that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a few more you should shred.
Point me in the right direction.
There's a... You have to go to the basement. Take a right turn. There are 3 doors. It's the one on the left. There's a core gallery. You're worst.
I
There is a
put
sculpture
a,
too.
like-
You may melt it down.
I get some kerosene and no, I don't. I
Oh, Jade.
will look around for something that I can use to tow Avros along with me with. Inevitably, I find something. I don't want to get into details. I'm sure there is enough. And I will pull Avros along behind me. And I will take him to this core gallery, and he will watch whilst each and every single one of these paintings
Actually,
is dismantled.
There is something that you see on the way to the core gallery. And
Oh no.
as you approach the basement, when you're heading down into what appears to be the main basement room, you start heading down the stairs. And Avros seems to have an epiphany, a moment of realization, and utter fear overtakes him. Wait, Jade, you're gonna see something. Is it okay if I just don't explain it at all?
I think I might know.
Please, just don't tell anyone.
I'll make no promises. I keep walking. What do I see?
You walk in, and you see a giant wax statue of Tamar in the middle of the basement. Jade, it's not what you think.
What did you think it was going to be?
I thought it might be Jade to Mom. I'm taken off guard.
He looks.
You're living Avros' dream, Jade.
He looks at you and he just says, "They're mine," and then he sets the thing on fire. And burns it down.
No! I mean, it's fine. I didn't like him that much anyway. At all. In fact, it's okay.
It's not like I liked him or anything.
Jade, please don't mention this.
No, I'm not going to.
Okay,
And I start dismantling everything in the core gallery.
okay, you dismantle many paintings, 2 sculptures, and a photo album as well.
Aww.
May I...
Well, if there's any photo album, if there's any pictures of them just having fun as friends, that's fine.
Okay,
If
there are
there's
some of
anything
those.
that's like,
There's a mixture.
okay, I'll leave. I'm not a monster.
Jade, I'm so sorry.
Oh, I need one more thing,
Yes.
Avros.
What is
one
it?
thing that you can help.
Oh,
Please don't
I would love to help you, Jade. Just name it and I'm there.
I need a ring. Like a really nice looking ring.
Oh.
And I mean a ring that keeps on the thing. No!
Wait, Jade, what are you talking about?
A wedding ring.
That's what I was thinking of.
Good.
Jade's been corrupted.
Now tell me, because I know you might have something, considering your extreme wealth, but not infinite wealth, which you should have wished for.
You may be right about that.
Yeah.
What kind of a wedding ring are you after?
I want one with a pink diamond,
Okay, how
and I
big?
want it to be as big as like one of those ring pops.
Okay. Alright. Okay, I can help you. I can help you, Jade.
I sling him on my back like a backpack.
Oh,
and I start walking
this
around the house.
hurts with the nuts.
We don't have to go into extreme detail.
Of what's in that house.
He looks at the melting Tamar sculpture
Maybe knows, like,
with a
get
sort
what
of
I need.
distant stare. Alright, we have to go back to the room with all the gold. There's a vault. It's a vault room, but there's another vault inside of that, and I have some rings in there. We can have a look around. I can help you, but there will have to be a compromise in either direction. I don't have a ring of the size that you're requesting. I have a ring with a very, very, very small, almost imperceivably small pink diamond, and then I have one that's inconceivably large.
Inconceivably large.
Yes.
Yeah, that is what I will take.
Okay.
And I'll have the inconceivably small one.
Okay. With the both, but why?
Because you're tied up and you do what I say.
I'm robbing you.
You make a good point. Guards!
You don't have guards.
I don't.
I know you don't.
How do you know that? Aren't you even a little bit scared?
I've been talking this place for a week.
It's their night off.
What if I did have guards? They could be running to come save me at any moment.
Okay, let's wait. I put him down and I sit in front of him for about an hour.
It wouldn't take an hour. You'd sit him down for like 10 seconds if you said, Jade,
Mm-hmm.
would you like a job?
Here's something to tell me. I have a job.
Okay. I don't have guards.
Oh, that's what you said.
I desperately need guards.
Okay. I'll take my payment in form of these rings.
Okay. They're
And
in that room
he
over
starts
there.
pulling his bag.
The code to the room is 257979797925.
Avros, I've already opened it. You see he's put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I forgot to set it. Oh my goodness gracious! It was openable this whole time. Oh, it's me. I forgot the fireplace. I forgot to set the code in the locker in the vault room. Oh, it was me.
Favorite NPC.
My wrists are starting to hurt. They're rubbing up against my ankles in the stand-up position. They're on the counter over there, next to each other.
Jade just says amateur, and he takes the rings, and he will,
And next to the rings, you see a little diamond carving of Core.
mine. I take it.
Okay, to be fair, I genuinely forgot about that one.
Yeah. I genuinely forgot about the fact that I tied you up. Anyway, bye.
Wait, Jade! No, I can't move! Help me! Help!
We've done this before. You know where the safety rope is.
You've known this whole time.
Yeah, but it's so fun if I okay, it's fine. Okay, but Jade, go. Just leave me be. It's really rather grueling 2 months. I haven't had all that much interesting happening in my life.
Jade pauses and just says, "Wait, well, how would a call put it? I'm not your therapist."
I know.
That's exactly how he put it.
And then he leaves.
But
It sounds like a you problem.
if anybody's looking for a single, handsome, silked man, let them know that I live here on this isle alone in the sea.
There's some really
By myself.
sexy statue people at my home. You can go find them if they're interested.
Ooh. He pulls a safety rope.
And that's how Avros came to the mountain with us.
Sorry, let me just put that back in there. That's just retroactively like. Look back.
Iris is just also talking around. Hello, everybody. Oh my god, everybody here is absolutely chiseled.
Yep, quite literally.
Cora is so confused by Avros's type because he dated Avros for 3 years. He's tiny, and suddenly Avros is like, Tamar, rock people.
Nobody knows about Tamar except Jade, and Avros will deny it to his dying breath. He might not deny it to Rodriguez, and that's it. He's the only person that he might tell at this point. But with that out of the way, Jade, you have 2 lovely little rings. One of them is like a golden ring with a very, very small pink diamond just embedded in it. It's small enough to just be embedded in the ring. Very, very stylish, very low-key, fashionable, evergreen in a way. The other one is very gaudy, but it screams Core. It's a thick ring, also golden, but with flourishes coming out to house what looks like an egg-sized diamond, pink diamond. Absolutely monstrous. It feels hefty. Feels like you could cut open a porthole or something. You could cut through glass with this thing. It's very sharp.
That's the way he likes it.
You could kill somebody with this ring.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm sure that all of you could probably kill anyone with either of the 2 rings, but regardless, those are the 2 at your disposal, and you've got those on hand. Now, if there's nothing else you'd like to do before the wedding actually takes place, then I will use this opportune time before we cut to the day that you will be moving from... Oh, actually, wait. Rodriguez, is there anything else you'd like to do before we cut to the present day? Not at all? All good. In that case, we'll take a very short break. Pee break, tea break, chill break. And we'll come back in a few minutes to head to the wedding that we've been so eagerly looking forward to before we then wrap up afterwards. So I'll see you all in maybe 5 minutes or so, 10 minutes, however long you need. I'll be back. But I
Sounds
Okay.
catch you all in a moment. I'll mute my microphone here too, but hello. To anybody who might be watching this recording, you are getting a secret little commentary track from the Dungeon Master. That is me, Thomas, hello. If you are watching this on YouTube, comment, oh my goodness, hello. in the chat. I mean, not in the chat. I mean, to stream on Twitch. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll go. I'll be back.
Have no fear.
Hello.
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 We're missing our cats.
I'm sad.
It is sad.
I get to see Ryan for the first time today.
Ah!
Oh, really? Where's he been?
Work.
Oh, right.
Me.
We're on the same schedule, but he still works most of the day.
Oh.
So it's Starbucks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's on his last 2 classes. Very, very, very good.
Amazing.
What are you guys planning to do after?
Ideally get a better house, place to live.
Yeah. Outside of Texas?
Depends on the job.
Go to New
But-
Zealand. New Zealand's
I would-
good.
I would very much love to.
Even just get out of Texas would
Yes.
be better. Canada's not far away.
Canada's not far away.
Canada is not
Really?
far away. I just need to get my passport.
Do you not have a passport?
Mm-mm.
What do you need to get a passport?
It's tricky, especially with gender stuff.
Well, I hope you can get it.
Same.
And if you ever want to move countries, then let us know, and if we can help, we might have contacts who can help.
Yeah.
Same here. I'll do whatever I can.
We'll create a little D&D commune.
A D&D
That would be
commune.
so good.
That sounds cool.
Yes.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Then we can play D&D all the time. Oh,
That would be pretty cool.
that would be cool.
Getting paid to play D&D.
The dream.
Getting paid to play
Dream.
D&D. Ooh, yeah.
Matt Mercer, who?
I only know Emma Thomas and Aylin.
Hey.
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 I mean, they're always streaming the campaigns, you know. That's one way of monetizing them.
Yeah. I'm gonna stream our next campaign.
Yes.
You're going to stream season 1.
Yeah. I'll stream season 1. Yeah. But I now sort of have a place where I could do it. So
That's good. I'm
Yay.
excited for the content creator Emma arc that we're about to experience.
I've been creating content for a while, but I guess I'm now
The new
You can now
content.
stream your content.
Yeah.
new content. Oopsie.
But alright. With D&D on the minds, we will be resuming and
Yay.
entering the day of the wedding. So, the way this will go is you will spend the night, or as per the invitation, you will be spending the night at a sort of resort. That'll be a boat ride away. Maybe about an hour or so. You'll be approached at the port by a ship. Now, how do you arrive? The note would have said to arrive kind of earlier in the morning, so it would be kind of early for most of you getting there. Sun is up and having risen. How are you all looking?
Cause bought both of his parents black Ray-Bans, so that when they all turn up, they look like a squad.
What about Jade?
Jay doesn't need Ray-Bans.
Oh. Okay, Jade's just not wearing any.
Court is holding Jade's hand.
Okay. But he's not in the squad, I see.
Oh my. Jade complains about this all the way to the wharf. He's like, where's my black Ray-Bans? I didn't get you any. But I love you.
Yes, I'm sure.
I think Tamar is
Why
attempting
doesn't
to
he
wear.
get any?
Yes, Thomas, go on. Move the plot along.
No, I'm just gonna let this hang.
Go on, save me.
Tamar.
Why?
Tamar's gonna be attempting to wear a tuxedo of sorts, a suit and tie. First time you've ever seen him in this. Looks like he bought a couple sizes too small. He is bulging out of this. His torso looking like he may have gone to a store that didn't sell his size, but it's looking like he's trying to make it work. Vidridi, how are you looking?
Is this day of the wedding attire, or?
Well, You can. The wedding will happen in the evening, but you're going to be
Okay.
arriving in the morning of the day that it's
Surprise me
going to
when
happen. So you got time to change if you'd like to. If that's what you're
Yeah,
asking.
I'm gonna pick it up.
Mm.
she probably arrives with her buddy, looking nice, but not like more like carrying like an overnight bag with her like nice stuff in it.
Mm.
Oh, okay. If this is not day of the wedding stuff, Jade is also
Well-
very similarly.
The wedding will be today, but it'll be in the evening. Right now it's the morning, so
Yeah.
the way it's going to work is you're kind of going to arrive, and you'll have sort of like a little like house that you can kind of occupy. There'll be bedrooms there, and you'll have
Little
time to
spa?
kind of there'll be a little spa. Many spas actually.
Jade has a nice embroidered robe with his initials on it. He's starting to like the lifestyle Core leads. Now that he has time to sit down and appreciate it.
Yeah, okay, that's good. I like that. Tomorrow's wearing a suit for whatever reason. You do, and Vidridi's there with a +1. Vidridi, what do the party see?
Well, I've already selected one thing, so I will send that through.
Ooh, yeah.
Wow!
So those are going to be the outfits.
Pretty.
And
Let me open this up here.
Nadrio!
Oh yeah.
and
yeah,
Treaty's
yeah.
+1.
Hey.
Ella, I agree then.
I love it.
I love it. All right, the two of you are there here at the port, ready, dressed. I'm guessing not in your day of the wedding dress, but dressed well.
They're there early. We're there
Mhm.
just after
Yes.
the time. Avros turns up like 20 minutes late.
Well,
Mhm.
funny you should say that, because all of you are there right now, and yeah, I think those are the people you would see. You do see in the distance a splotch of blue approaching on the horizon. Looks to be like a ship approaching, very small one, like a little fishing vessel almost, quite small, very dainty. It approaches, and you see that the sails are not in fact flower shaped, but they do have large yellow sunflowers adorning the sails. The ship is incredibly blue, very, very blue. Also, these are nice. Oh, these are very extra outfits. I love these.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, these are so good. Oh, I'm
Jade's
excited
is
for
a
these.
black, like pink
Nice.
to match Core.
I should
Nice.
hold on. I'm gonna try. Okay, hold on. Big man in tuxedo, too small. I'm gonna find a picture reference. What
So we've got some big size difference couples happening here.
Yeah, boys.
oh,
And just to put
Well,
out
that's
there,
pretty good, Judy.
Nadrail is
How
not
big
her
is it?
date. He's her +1.
Yeah, Core's just looking at both of them and he's like, you know, Tamar's 2 foot taller than me. You know, I still win.
It's not a competition.
I still win. Who's your date, by the way? Nice to meet you.
He just
Addressing
gestures at
Nadrail.
him. Oh, this is Nadrail.
Nadriel. Talkative one.
Thomas, this is where you would chime in usually.
I don't know if I'm the one who's gonna be doing this voice, or if this is more for Aelin to do, because I haven't done any voicing of this kind, so it's up to you.
Hello.
Oh,
Aww.
Oh,
Tamara attempts
Oh,
to
what
continue
a
buttoning up.
cute
It's
little one.
very high.
Hello. It's nice to meet you. I'm Tamar.
Pleasure to meet you. He's very Martin Blackwood.
Oh.
From
God,
Madness.
yes.
Also, here is a. I'll send a little Tamar outfit reference. You just have to imagine that this doesn't fit Tamar anywhere nearly as well as
That's
it
cute.
could.
Oh, I like it.
Oh, they're a good squad.
Hmm.
Nadriel is the same height as Core, so Core's gonna stalk over in his heels and just be like, "Aren't you a cute little one?"
He goes just bright violet. Just full on blushing, has no idea what to say.
Or just brushes him off. It's alright. It's alright. Still got it.
Jade looks at you pointedly and says, "What did I say about flirting?"
I wasn't flirting. I was complimenting him.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna show
It's
you.
very rare that I see small people these days. Surrounded by you people
Tamar.
at all times.
Tamar
How's the
looks
weather down
down at you.
Just a call.
What are you saying, Core?
I'm saying that you guys, I don't know, could stand to walk on your knees a bit more.
He's saying we're freakishly large.
Yes.
Abnormal. Giants amongst men.
I didn't choose this
Then
life.
he's very small.
The giant, enormous
I am
life
not
chose
small.
me. You have a
I am a
very,
fairy.
you have a very big personality for such an angry.
Yeah, if
little
I was any
fairy.
taller, it would be too much for you guys.
That might be true.
We have a really good relationship, Nadriel, just so you know.
He's
Don't get
so
the wrong idea.
quiet.
I could
Just-
throw you in the sky if you wanted.
And then
What?
you hear
Sorry,
something
wait.
from the distance. At this point, you hear a very distant
Oh.
"Yoo-hoo! Long time no see!" And in this outfit, it's only
Oh,
one,
God.
there's only one
Oh,
other
no.
person that could.
Oh my
possibly play
gosh.
it.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah!
Yeah, actually. Okay.
Avarice is suited.
Thomas, we have to stop looking at the same pinboards.
They're so good though.
Because
so good.
Can I just actually make a point at this moment
Of
that
course, like,
people would realise when Avarice arrives, I think, that the monogram on Jade's robe that he's wearing on his way to the spa does not match his name at all, but actually, in fact, matches Avarice's name. Jade has gotten a penchant for stealing, I think, ever since.
Ugh.
But it's constantly Avarice's house who's burglarizing.
Avarice
Still
approaches,
burglarized
all
up.
suited up, red suit, very fancy, like tie.
Oh, cute eyes.
I am impressed.
Long time no see. Jade, nice robe.
Thank you. I'm learning very fast.
You're very welcome. What time is the vessel meant to be arriving?
Well, you're late, but it's not here yet.
As you say that, you see it approaching in the distance, slowly getting closer to the port, steering kind of back and
yes,
forth.
ship is fashionably late.
Is that ship all right? And as you look out into the distance, it's kind of moving back and forth a little bit, swerving. Kind of does a big loop, comes back around.
I think Freddy is steering ship.
How can you tell? Tamara asks. Can you see that far?
She just
Jade might need to get crafting again.
gestures.
And it makes another figure eight, and then eventually slowly gets closer and closer to port. And then, eventually, makes its way to the pier. And abruptly stops as an anchor is thrown overboard. Not into the water, but onto the pier.
That's very aggressive. I like that.
And it brings the ship to a halt as it partly bumps and almost crashes into the stone wall of the edge of the port pathway.
I'll hear like Nadrail like squeak and like jump back in like startlement.
Tamar
No,
turns
he's
to-
so cute.
Tamar turns to you, Retreaty. I understand now. I see what you mean. Shall we approach cautiously?
Cautiously. Ha! Core flutters up.
All right, you flutter up. All right, you're making a show of it. Core, have you brought your parents with you or not?
Yes.
Okay, so they're both with you. Elysiana would look around, and then very quickly flutter up as well. Zara would walk around. Now, Tamar is heading.
Ha! No wings. Sucks to be you.
Zara laughs. Elysiana as well, although more cautiously. Careful giggle. You make it up
Careful
onto the,
giggle.
up onto the ship surface, and you see that behind the wheel there is a very familiar rat-like figure.
Mm.
I've always imagined Freddy to be like the rat from Ratatouille, but just human-sized, kind of.
Yeah.
And he waves to you. Hello.
I always imagine him sort of Wallace and Gromity style.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, no!
He kind of is.
I don't know why, but I get that vibe.
Hello.
Wait, no cheese and crackers in prison, Gromit!
Come on, Gromit, we've got to hide the body.
We've got to hide the body!
Kind of. Yes, there is a vibe of that. He turns to you and waves, and he lets go of the steering wheel, and then runs down to you. Ah, it's so good to see you! Welcome! And he outstretches his arms like he's awaiting a hug.
I avoid the hug.
Nyah! Ha! Oh, all you down there as well! You may need to get onto the ship.
Oh, bless you.
Do you mind climbing the anchor? Climbing the anchor! Yells Aris back. Are you daft? I don't know where the rope is. It was here.
Do you
in
have a
my boat.
gangplank?
Say
A
again.
gangplank.
A plank.
Gangplank.
I don't know what that is.
I start throwing people onto the boat. I start with Nedriel.
No.
Yeet.
Yeet.
No.
I will catch Nadriel. No, I will catch Nadriel in midair.
Tomorrow.
Like a princess.
What I
Hey,
would.
Driti, I
Like a princess.
Forwards. Driti, trust me. Trust me, Driti.
Trust us, Judy.
There is more
He
than just
looks
retreat.
over at like the trail and is like, "I'm sorry," and then puts him in Jade's arms.
Oh my god.
Trust us, Driti.
So does Jade yeet Nadriel to the air?
Yeah, I do.
I will flutter down, catch Nadriel, and be like, surprisingly light, still cute, and put him down.
I think Luciano will be watching cautiously from below. Wings is at the ready just in case anything was to go down. Jade, you check everybody. Do you?
Some sort of acrobatics check for him?
You can if you'd like to. Yeah, if you'd like to roll an acrobatics check for me, go for it. To give this yeeting a bit of pizzazz.
Hey, no.
Cracking up.
The yeeting of the entire party atop the vessel.
I can only catch this one.
22?
Absolutely nailing it. How is it looking?
I'm gonna do some loops with Nadriel if they're that comfortable with being thrown.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Light
He's going on a little
bird
flight.
Okay.
He's like, I'm just gonna take him for a spin.
Almost as if walking on air, making it look easy and graceful.
He does dangle him for a few moments.
He squeaks periodically and just is very, very blushy, can't say anything to Core.
You're having a great time, aren't you?
I'm so sorry.
Cool.
Tamara yells up,
Jade is
I'm
like,
sorry,
enough.
he's a
Bring-
big
bring him
personality.
back down. This is the limit.
Ah, so boring. Core will lower Nadriel back.
Jade is thinking about the rings in his pocket, like.
Jade, are you
Am I
alright?
not allowed to make friends?
No,
Core is perched on the end. He's got his like hands on his hips. He's like, friends.
no more friends. You've got enough.
I have none.
I'm
Because
jo-
whenever I talk to someone, you guys say I'm flirting with them.
No, I was Cora, I'm sorry, it was a joke. Make all the friends.
I'm
you
not
want.
sorry. It's not a
I
joke.
don't think he's joking. Anyway, who's next?
Judy wild shapes and
Nice.
flutters up there. As
I'll
he trips
throw
him.
Zara over.
Go for Zara.
I'll
Throw me.
Zara. Okay. Shot put.
I'm guessing Luciano will get this one.
Aliciano will immediately dart right to the point, calculating trajectory, catching Zara very gracefully, making it look again pretty graceful and easy. Zara appears to enjoy the flight, personally.
Zara's just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Not a worry or care in the world. There's a striking resemblance there to Core, I think, that you see. I mean, they're very different people, obviously. Very different.
The apples
But
in the ballpark.
there is a little sparkle there that kind of reminds you a little bit of Core. And Core, you see a little bit of yourself, I think, a little bit too.
He's like, I am the best product of these two people. They're only halves of the whole.
They look at you kind of beaming. Freddy looks at you. He's beaming as well.
I know, I'm amazing.
You are amazing. You are wonderful. I love you. Thank you
Yeah,
for
this
being
day's
here.
all about me, isn't it?
It is your day. I'm speechless to have you here. For this,
I was joking, Freddie. It's your day.
he puts a paw on your. He puts a little hand on your shoulder. No.
Ugh.
It is my honor.
Ugh. He's like, no.
He does smell nice though. Smells like lavender.
No, I
flowers.
don't care.
That somehow makes it more confusing.
He uses the most flowery shampoos.
We don't need to know that.
Now you do.
Flowery rat shampoos, but actually, floral scent, any kind of scent on a shampoo for an animal is probably not a good thing. You actually wash them in dish soap.
Hey, Freddy's not an animal. How are you calling me an animal?
Oh, rat man. Pardon my manners.
Okay.
I don't know what's happened to me today. I think it's because this is the last chance I get.
You gotta go all out.
This is where you go all out. Tamar
Yes,
looks to you, Jade.
do it.
Jade,
Yeah.
may you throw me?
Yes.
I can't catch you. You're gonna have to land.
I will land.
Just how I showed you, remember?
Frey looks to you, Core. I can try catch him.
You
my
will be a
youth.
scorched rat.
I was a frisbee retriever when I was in my youth.
My wings, like, I don't even know.
So much.
I've
No
lost
offense.
a little bit of weight. And then I gained it back.
Why? Good.
A little bit too much.
Shot put! And as he goes, feet first!
Okay, I need you to roll for me a strength check with disadvantage.
Oh no.
He's gonna tilt and fall off the pier.
It was a 4 and a 3 on the die.
Core will levitate.
Tamar leads back.
Tamar.
I'm ready, Jade. Throw me. Jade, how do you make this? How do you attempt to launch this behemoth of an orc?
I try really, really, really hard to like shot put him up from his feet, from my shoulders, and he just kind of slowly timber tips forward.
You gotta timber tips forward.
I levitate Tamar up to the ship to make it look as if Jade floated him up there.
Thank you.
It looks like a really bad special effects from like an old movie, but you make it look good. You make it work. It's just kind of like.
It's like, wait, do you know what it looks
The
like?
Untamed Justice.
Has anyone seen The Untamed, the Chinese live action of the TV show?
No, I haven't.
The way they jump,
is
like
and they just float.
they just
It
float
looked like
on
that.
wire.
I can exactly imagine what you're describing.
Yeah.
Tamara floats up. Ooh. Thank you, Jade.
Thank you, cool.
No, I had nothing to do with it.
I leap across. Actually, I just walk on the water and climb up the ship vertically.
You can climb up pretty gracefully. Avarice will attempt to climb up the anchor. He's like pulling himself up like a rope. Oh,
Oh god,
Oh my
why?
he can get
I will help Avros, because Avros isn't that heavy.
Oh,
True.
not that bright.
No, that right.
How do you help him?
I will fly down and then hang like upside down right next to him. Go, how you going? You falling out?
Not yes. This chain
Go on,
isn't
keep
very
going.
comfortable.
I refuse to help him until he shows actual distress.
Look, look, cool.
I'll grab him by his collar and be like,
I need
come
help.
on, if you fall, you're gonna rip your jacket.
I spent so much on this jacket. It was custom.
It's a nice
tailored.
jacket.
Thank you. I feel like I'm going to fall. Core, I need help. I mean, I mean that both in a very general sense that I'm falling, like, all the time. This deep sense of loneliness that I have. But also, I feel like I'm going to fall off this chain.
Luciano, call out.
Wait, how far away is Avros?
He's just in the. He's just overboard. He's just hanging on the chain.
Is he
that's
about 30 feet away?
going- He's less than 30 feet away.
Oh, okay, perfect. Trudy just kind of looks at this after this point, just like, okay, fine. Clicks her fingers, and he's up there.
Oh, come on, we were gonna dangle him.
Oh,
We did
I'm a-
dangle him.
how did I end up here? He looks around.
I love dangling people.
Magic.
He looks at you, Retreat, for a moment. Mm.
So did Avros not find any rock boyfriends up the top of the mountain?
Wait.
Are you
there's someone
asking
else's
somebody else
blade.
in front of
Someone
him?
else's blade. From the distance, you hear
Mm.
the stomping of feet. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh my god. Emma, I'll let you roleplay his current boyfriend if you want.
Wait, what? No,
You should.
Avros's boyfriend.
Yeah.
His gemstone boyfriend that's running now down the hill. I'll give you this
Wait,
power.
give me exactly 5 seconds to research one gemstone.
Go for it. I have all the time.
What personality type is Avros? Or what star sign?
Star sign. He's probably a Libra.
Libra. Right, hang on.
Sorry to the two Libras here. Me and Aiden.
I feel it.
Core's a Gemini. How terrifying is that?
The most compatible with Libras are Geminis and Aquarius.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on, okay.
Core and Avros had a decent relationship. They just didn't love each other.
Okay. Okay, you see someone who is made entirely of amethyst.
Mhm.
Like fully like deep purple with like rock across like parts of their face
Mhm.
Pretty.
and skin. With like you can see like where they've been carved, like very sparkly shines of like rock. They're about the same size as Avros.
Or just touches the purple pink gems under his eyes. He's like,
They're
I've
the
got-
same size as Avros, and they're running, and they seem very distressed because they are currently tied up with shibari rope from the waist upwards. And they're like, Avros, you asshole, you forgot to release me. And they're just
Oh
kind
my
of like
goodness!
holding
I
it
will
around.
I will be right back. Please don't look in any other directions. I'll be right back. And he vaults off the boat.
They have like a Avros branded towel around their waist, and it's just like silken ropes.
Avros.
As Avros bolts off the boat, Drees just looks
He makes a large jump.
miffed that she just teleported him up there and he jumped off.
We can dangle him now,
All
right,
right.
Judy?
So,
Oh,
Avros
he
is
will do nothing but dangle. He will dangle the whole way to the...
Asshole, release me.
Release me.
Release me, Avros, you asshole.
Don't worry, I'm here. What's their name, by the way?
Amethyst.
Amethyst,
So
pronouns.
you can call them,
That's a stripper name. Calls off the ship.
so you can call them Amy.
Amy, I've got you covered. I accidentally forgot entirely about you, but I did bring your suit. And he
Oh wait, it's random. It's random.
I accidentally forgot entirely.
Oh, I love that.
When their hands are
Oh,
free,
cute.
they reapply their lipstick and then they slip him over the face and get on the boat.
Okay.
I like this person.
I think Avros will give them a kiss as well.
Okay.
Wow, Avros. Finally got someone to put up with you.
Yes.
How much are you paying them for their services?
Hey. That is
17.
No, Amy. Tonight, there will be no payment. I mean, unless you want it. I don't want to... We'll talk about that later. This is not to be had in public.
Uh-huh.
This is Amy. My current
Why
love
am I
interest.
suddenly another character?
All the gemstone people.
Jade, how do you react to Amy?
Jade says, hello, it's been quite some time since we last spoke. And Amy says, yeah. Wait, no, they have an accent, right? Yes, it has. I'm glad to see you again. Thank you for revitalizing our community.
Amy. I just realized something. Hold on. How do you know Jade? And I just what's the name of the actor that plays Tony Stark?
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, wait, okay, hold on. I need to show you the exact pose that the exact pose that Avros is making here at this point. It's this meme. I just thought of this. I have to put it here. It's just perfect for the suits and everything. It's the suits.
Jade just points at Amy and points to himself and both being stone statues.
Even I know Amy.
Yeah. Why do you
Wait,
think
cool.
they are
How do you
they
know
are
Amy?
incredibly impressionable in the first 3 weeks of sentience?
I see.
Ooh.
Don't think of it like that.
Amy, my acquaintances. Amy.
Acquaintances? No.
Wait, can I just really quickly retcon? I realize that sounds bad. But they are conscious. They just can't actually communicate or move in the outside world because their bodies are completely frozen in stasis, which is what Jade experienced for thousands and thousands of years. But when their consciousness was awakened and connected with their bodies, they were able to actually interact with the outside world again. So they have a passive understanding of human movement and knowledge and how to speak because of the people who had been working in the temple beforehand.
Yeah.
So they can speak, they can talk, they know they need to eat and so on and so to survive, but they have no social skills at all. They have no idea.
Perfect for Avros.
Exactly.
Lord.
So I like the idea that the first 3 weeks they either become incredibly stoic and quiet, or they attach onto someone and like are influenced so like entirely by them that their whole personality just explodes.
Oh, this is actually
and I guess that's the difference what happened with Abby there. So yeah, just so I didn't get into any like weird territory.
For sure, for sure. I like the lore. Okay. At this point, Freddy will turn around. I think that's everyone! Unless there are any more +1s, or +2s, or even a +3 that I might not know about. I think we are ready to set
I did invite Ilaria, but she seems to be settling back home at the moment, so...
Oh! Alaria's already there.
Oh, good.
There are a few people who are already at the island. There are a few pit stops we had to make. Mort is on the other vessel. It is a red color.
I am concerned.
It has stones on the sails instead of flowers.
That seems like a really shit idea.
I thought it was quite nice. I designed his boat, he designed mine.
Uh-huh.
He didn't seem happy, but he never does. And that's what I like about him. Anyway, we will begin going. I need to pull up the anchor, but it's stuck in the pier.
Yeah, Tamar can help you with that.
No, I can't. I'm sorry. I'm not involving myself in this. Core, what do you want me to do?
We literally cannot leave unless you help him.
He walks over to the anchor. Freddy. Yes! Tomar! Yes, you spelled my name... Okay, never mind. You need to help me pull the chain out of the pier, which we've now vandalized. We have to get out of here. We're probably criminals. I've dealt with this before. We have to leave immediately. Let's pull. I'll tug on this side, you tug on that side. On 3, we'll pull at the same time. Okay, I understand. In which direction are we counting? What do you mean? From 3 downwards or 1 upwards? 3 downwards. It doesn't really matter. Okay, I'll grab the chain. It grabs the chain and Freddy does to you. And I'm gonna get to my regular strength check. I'm laughing at that. It's so stupid. Okay. Okay. Tamara's character sheet is loading. Strength check. Oh, it's pretty good. Okay. He heaves. 3, 2, 1.
That's my job.
Oh! And they both pull, and you hear a crunching sound as planks break into smithereens below the ship. And Anchor comes flying back. And I'm gonna get to a dexterity saving throw.
If it looks like it's gonna hit him, I can save him.
It looks like it's gonna hit him. I don't think he's ready for it.
Okay, I cast telekinesis and just stop it.
Okay.
I'm like...
This massive anchor comes flying, and you stop it right like in front of Tamara's face before it hits him. Oh.
Or couldn't you have just...
done that to begin with? Yes.
God, thank you for saving his life. Okay.
I do that often.
Oh, that is very sweet. But
I try to let him learn lessons, you know, and he just never really seems to, so...
Oh, what is the current lesson?
The current lesson was... be better at dexterity.
Oh, that's something I need to work on. It's been a long time since my youth that I was a baseball repainter. I used to have much more dexterity back then. It does seem
I do not care. Core attaches the anchor to the side of the boat and just walks off.
Freddy will go back to steering the ship. I will make a very fast turn. Do not worry. We have magic wind to blow the sails.
Oh my god.
And you feel a gust of wind. And the ship turns around as he turns the wheel. And you're heading to the island. Is there anything you'd like to do on the voyage? On the way there.
Are there rooms? Can we relax?
There are rooms. There are rooms. All the walls are this hideous blue color. It's painted inside and outside. It's all blue.
Describe the hideous blue.
It's just really vibrant. It's a nice. The blue itself isn't that bad. It's just.
Is it like cobalt or like?
Kind of, yeah. It's like cobalt.
Royal.
It's like if you bumped into a cobalt and then dreamt of one in your unconscious state. It's very blue. It's overpoweringly so. It's just from all angles. It's just a bit too much. It's very.
I'm gonna pop out a deck chair and just relax.
All right, you pull out a blue deck chair onto the blue deck.
It's not blue. It is pink.
There are no pink deck chairs unless you have one.
No, I brought it with me. It's a collapsible one.
It's a collapsible one. Okay, that's fair. I like
Jade
your
will
deck chair. The pink really suits the blue. And you're sailing. And you have about an hour.
Jade does some exercises on the top of the deck, in full view of Core for him to see and his enjoyment.
This is very nice.
Course is on his deck chair watching his exercise. This is nice.
Come on, join him.
Cora,
Your parents watch one in horror.
Parents, come here.
they are.
Let us speak
They're
first.
not on the deck. They're below deck.
Driti, Nadril, come converse.
He squeaks
Come
again,
on.
and 3D just kind of like scoots him over with her.
Good, I missed you both. Terribly. Sit down.
She does. On the deck. Like,
Core's like, these excellent conversation partners I have here. Driti, are you looking forward to the wedding? You look magnificent.
thank you. It's not the wedding outfit, but it is nice.
No, you always look pretty good. I always admired your fashion sense. How did you two meet?
Oh, our parents knew each other, so we grew up together.
Ah, cute. You're not together, are you?
No.
I do not sense this romance in the air.
She just pats him on the head. It's like, hey!
Are you guys the same age?
Ish. He's a little older.
He's older than you.
He lives baby face, doesn't he?
Yeah. Where'd you come from, Nadril?
What are you?
What are you?
Just imagine he's just glowing beacon of purple right now.
Oh.
You can speak, Nadril.
Ami is sitting on the deck, just kind of like painting their nails, and then like approaches from behind and leans in your ear core and just says, "Is this when I say something along the lines of, get your own fucking brand, or should I be kinder? Because we're both purple. Is that fine?"
Core immediately extends his wings, grabs Ami by the throat, and pins him against a wall and says,
Hi.
"What did you say to me?"
Tom,
I say-
Avarice would run over immediately. Is there a situation?
So, no, I'm just asking for advice from my friend here. So, Nadriel is also purple. I'm also purple. So should I say to
Oh, you didn't say it to me. It's fine then. Yeah, sure. You guys can fight that
You
out.
can keep doing this, if you like.
It's like, I'm gonna not. He lets go.
Avarice blushes.
Maybe don't be so rude to Nadril, because Nadril is small and cute.
Small and cute.
Yeah. We're nice to small and cute people.
I mean,
Nadriel,
Big and tall people, no.
Nadriel, you've got excellent bone structure.
Thank you.
you really do. I would know somebody with bones.
Bone structure.
Avros, how did that gag get out of your mouth?
Whoa!
I'm so silly.
This is all Emma. I'm just gonna roll with it. Okay, I'm just letting the chaos happen.
I taught him that trick, actually.
Oh my god!
How? When? We were together the whole time. The pink diamond cracks down the middle. I'm doing this to myself.
I
This
mean,
is great.
listen to me. Alright? Your brand of purple could never be imitated. You are unimitatable.
No, I know that, but I'm just wondering why you're talking right now.
I think the word is inevitable.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. I like this.
Smart.
I'm learning things. I'm sorry, Avros.
No,
I
no.
appreciate this.
It's alright. I mean, I have a gift for you. One of 5
really good.
that I will progressively give you over the course of the wedding.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I have brought you a mystery novel that I have written.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Says, oh no.
What says oh no?
Wait, why? Oh no! I spent so long working on this! I'm trying to come out of my shell a little bit. I want to be a writer, I think. I'm not sure. I want to explore whether or not I want to be a writer.
What kind of writer, Avros?
Why do you ask me in that tone of voice?
Because I know you.
Look, I think breaking into the market as a mystery author would help solidify my name in the lights.
Snatch the book out of Avros's hands, and I'm gonna flick through it.
It reads like 50 Shades of Grey. With a
yeah.
murder mystery twist.
What do the
50
characters?
Shades of Murder.
What do the main character? Who do the main characters resemble? And are they large orcs?
There is a large orc as a main character. Primary focus. Main
Who's
love
the other main
interest.
character?
Much more nimble, very handsome young man. Blonde. Wavy hair.
Core breaks down laughing, and he's gonna fly over to Tamar and be like,
No,
"Have a
go,
read of this."
Core, that's any resemblance to any
Nah,
person's-
he's gone. He dangles it in front of Tamar. Go on.
Tamar
Jade
looks at you
says-
hesitantly. Core, you're
Jade
graying
says,
out.
"You'll never guess what I found in his basement."
What did you
I'll
find in
leave
his
it there.
basement? Do I really want to know? I feel like this won't enhance my experience of living any more than...
I'll
imagine it
whisper
will.
in his ear exactly what I found.
Tamar will jump overboard.
Core stops
He will
him.
dive.
No, he doesn't.
You grab him. How do you stop him?
I grab him around the middle and say, "Please don't do that. I'll be sad."
He falls down on the deck. He pretends to be dead.
Tamar,
Yes.
get up.
I don't think I can.
Don't you want to read Avros's porn?
That's a line in the campaign now.
I don't think Nadrail could have
I-
blushed any more than this.
Now Avarice will
Core's
attempt
having such a good time.
Avarice will attempt to jump overboard.
I don't care about that.
Avarice will fall overboard.
Jade will walk on water and pick him up and bring him back. You don't get to escape suffering that quickly.
He's
Core is
drenched-
doing
he's drenched.
dramatic readings of the book now, flying overhead, not caring that his parents are in fact somewhere on this boat. He is putting all of his energy and experience into delivering these lines.
Core,
Oh.
read out a passage for me.
Why-
Sorry?
I said, Core, read out a passage for me.
Give me 2 seconds.
What do you mean? This is I'm letting you guys have too much power.
It's the epilogue. I think that's the time for
That's the
it.
time for it, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm afraid. I'm worried. We also have Abby here. That was definitely 100% planned. How are you doing, Aelin?
I'm great.
On the bright side, the session isn't as short as I worried it might have been. So
Yeah, I mean, really, you were worrying far too much that it would be short.
maybe. I think you might be right. I don't know what Core's gonna read out. I'm scared now.
Oh, I'm ready for it.
I'm currently in the process of preparing myself for it.
Like, I might not have thought this through when Trudy was like, "Yes, I will bring my best friend, Nadrail, the tiny little, like, super shy boy, and put him in the mix with."
This is a mix, alright. This is a mixed bag of nuts. We got walnuts, almonds, got them all. Some fruits too, some raisins. It's a whole mixed bag.
Apricots.
And you know what? It tastes good together. I don't know what this analogy is. This is really strange. It's a vibe. But
It's trail mix.
trail mix is a good way to put it. Okay, what are you doing during the course of this voyage, if anything, outside of the current absolutely wild shenanigans that are going on?
Trudy will periodically, like, be just giving Nadrail little, like, updates on, like, essentially who everybody is, how everybody knows each other.
Oh, that's nice, actually. That's wholesome.
I got it.
And she
Oh.
does it, like, all in, like, undercommon, just because it's easy, like, it's easier for them to talk in.
Yeah. Oh my god, we have the
I
passage.
speak undercommon. I don't know what you're talking about though.
We have the passage.
Oh, you just hear Drudy giving, like, little, like, introductions, like, who everybody is, how they know each other, and, et cetera, et cetera.
Core hears this, and he will read the book in common and undercommon just for Nadrail.
Nadrail
Mhm.
speaks common, just
can.
fine. Just that She's trying to be quiet about it.
Do you want my reading? It will be really great.
Yes, I'm really excited.
Okay,
Yes, let's do it.
I've been
Hear
convinced.
Damon groaned, wanting it selfishly, his thumbs pressing hard into Laurent's flesh. He kissed back, knowing it hurt him, hurt them both. There was a desperation in both of them, an aching need that could not be filled, and he could feel it in Laurent, the same unconscious striving. He had envisioned slow love-making, but it was as if, having reached the end, they could only hurtle. And he just goes on and on and on.
Let's go. Shout outs to CS Pacat, by the way. Good
Yeah.
reading, good
Let's
reading.
say we're saying that Avros writes some quality going on there.
Oh, quality.
Yeah, it's real good, but it's very...
Very raunchy.
Yes.
Yes.
I think Avros, as you read it out, kind of
Spicy.
stands kind of a little bit more pridefully as you read it out, because I think he has no other option than to accept his fate rather than... I mean, he is internally melting, much like a certain wax figure of Tamar.
I won't do it, but Core will add sound effects, just out of reach.
Oh my god!
He's
Oh my
like
God.
hurtling upside down, somersaulting. He makes sure to drift over Nadriel several times.
Fun.
He's
Luciano,
hazing him.
Luciano walks up to the deck with a concerned look. I heard a commotion. Is everything
Core
okay?
pauses with the book like this.
Core, what are you reading?
Nothing.
I understand.
Amy will just say, smart.
Core, I still love you.
Still love you.
Luciano walks back.
I am old. I can read smut if I want to.
Luciano kind of lets out a deep exhale, looks down at the decking, and just closes the door.
Well,
Tamar looks at you with he's turned a different shade of green.
Mm-hmm. Did you enjoy my performance?
Mm,
That's what I thought. Anyway, Avros, this is great. I think you should actually publish it.
thank you. It is already published.
Already published?
Yes.
How many copies have you sold?
2.
2.
I bought one of them myself.
right.
That's great. I mean, someone else bought it.
Jade looks away.
But
I stole.
I'm expecting a few more sales to come through. I believe in the book. I think it will take off.
I know who bought the other copy.
She bought the other copy.
Slee bought the other copy for Farinia.
I
Oh,
love that.
That's very
That's
funny.
I like that. Jade will ask, are you going to give one copy to Freddie as a wedding gift?
I feel as though that would be inappropriate.
I don't think so.
I think it might help them, actually.
Yeah, I think they need these.
I do have a wedding gift, but it is not my smutty romance fantasy novel.
Yes, it is.
There are much
Yeah.
worse gifts you could give.
Look again. And he looks back, it's everything's a smutty romance novel. I've learned to be a wizard and translated them. No, I haven't. I'm joking.
Abby, how are you enjoying this vessel, this trip?
Yeah. Thought I'd get seasick. But I've actually just gotten sick of the conversation a couple of times.
No.
You are a bitch. I like you.
Okay, thanks. I'm
Avarice
gonna
kind of
just lie
smiles.
down. Can I have one of the deck chairs?
No, that's mine.
I will take a chair for you. I will find one for you. I'll bring it.
Okay, that's fair.
And Avarice will go fetch a deck chair.
She was ex or, friends.
Freddie.
Something.
Yes! Do you mind if I borrow this
Oh.
deck chair? No, by all means. Take it. You need it more
It's
than
the
I do.
captain's chair.
It's the captain. He's just like lying down on the deck chair right at the wheel. Ah, what a lovely day! I can see the sky and the none of the sea in front of me. Oh, it's beautiful.
no. Is that an iceberg?
No, iceberg, right ahead.
I smell ice. That's oddly suspicious.
Smell ice.
He's
They're in the sign now.
There's an iceberg ahead of you. Oh my god! He makes an immediate change.
No.
You narrowly dodge a large iceberg.
Mhm.
He turns to you all and like, you will not believe what just happened. He says to you as you see the iceberg. Yes.
Jade, how do you feel about being promoted to captain?
Pretty good.
Okay, you are now captain. I dub thee Jade captain.
All right.
Freddie, give me the hat.
Okay. Here you go.
Good.
He rolled up his sleeve. I wrote the directions on my left forearm. It's so I can
you write
see
them down?
while I steer.
Oh, could you write them down for me, please?
I could, but I didn't bring a pen.
But what did you use to write them on your arm?
Nadriel, like Nadriel actually
Wait, why did you
pulls
say
up like a
something
paper
to
and
know?
like pencil.
Thank you.
I take it, and I look back at Freddie and I'm like, thank you, Treaty, but genuinely, what did you use to write on your arm?
I used the paintbrush, but I used it on the island before I left, and I left the paintbrush there because I didn't need to do any more painting.
Like, that's fine, I don't really care. I start writing it down.
And it's like the directions like go left for this much time, go right, go left. I didn't put any cardinal directions. I kind of judged it by feel.
Why are you having your marriage in this hard to find place on a boat that you can barely steer?
Wait, can I make an insight check? Is Freddie running away from his marriage? Or trying to?
You can roll an insight check.
It's not good. It's +8 though. 15.
15.
Is he
on
trying to
insight check.
sabotage himself?
Freddy looks like he might be a little bit nervous about today. You don't get the feeling that he's running away, but you get the feeling that he's kind of anxious to get. He's anxious about getting back. Not anxious to get back, but anxious about the prospect of being back and the wedding ceremony actually taking place. You get that sort of a vibe.
I think Avros should read him his novel.
I look at Dreety helplessly like, can you do something about this?
Yep. She wild shapes into a Tressum again, flies out looking for this island.
Okay.
So amazing.
And as you do, I'd like you to roll for me a perception check with advantage.
You leave Nadriel with all of us.
Yeah.
Cora immediately swoops in. He's like,
The wisest of decisions.
Wait, what was I was rolling perception, was it?
Yep, with advantage.
Cool. I'm really glad I have a really good bonus. It's a 21.
21, you see the island. That looks like to be the island that you're heading towards. Not too far away. Maybe 10 minutes by boat. And it looks like it's a northerly direction. From where you're currently.
What's the other one? Jade's really smart.
that's why he marries him, because he's not a type.
Aw, that's cute.
Aw.
Yeah.
So, Vidri, what do you do with this information?
Trudy flies back, takes paper and pencil from the trail, and basically maps it a little course, and then gives it to Jade.
Okay. I'd say thank you, but I was also asking for help in emotionally supporting Freddie because I just can't do that.
I'm bad at that.
No. My emotions are very strongly supported. Many pillars, very strong. Thank you very much for this map. It is so much easier to read than my very poorly written notes on my arm.
Wait, what is wrong
Do you
with
not want to get
Freddie?
married?
No, I want to get married. I'm just
That
nervous.
sounded like no to the question of do you want to get married?
No, I mean, I do.
I mean, there's valid reasons not to get married, because then you have to, like, split your assets. It's a lot of commitment. It's one person. What if you don't like them in a couple of... I'm gonna stop.
Okay, that is something that I'm worried about.
Land ho!
That's
And
me.
what is the worry?
Mort's entire family will be there. And I'm worried
Have
they
you
won't
never
like
met
me.
them?
I've never met them. I've been too afraid to.
That's a bit pathetic.
People
luck.
usually have very extreme reactions to me. For better or
Yes.
worse. I
You
think
are a
it's...
giant bat.
Oh, I thought maybe it was more my hairstyle nowadays. I go for something a little bit more wild, but that might also be
I think
part
it's
of
the
it.
little paws.
Do you think they're not big enough?
No.
I don't know what to do about that.
I'm very hard to please, though.
That's understandable.
Hmm.
Mort loves me very much, though. I hope his
And
family
that is
will.
what matters.
You think so?
I know so.
What if his family doesn't like me?
You make new family.
Oh.
Sounds like simple solution.
Hmm.
I really hope it is that easy. Thank you.
Why don't you just sit down and let Jade steer the rest of the way?
Okay, Captain Jade. This vessel is now yours.
Okay.
No, really, it's my
land
present to
her.
you. Feel free. It is yours.
Okay, land. We are about to arrive.
And
You say land her, and Ami's like, what did you call me?
Haha! What
Avarice,
did you call me?
Avarice instinctively turns
Say-
around as if his name is being called.
Say it with
But
your whole chest if you're gonna say it.
you make your way.
Hi.
You make your way.
Okay.
And you land
Then you're ready.
at the island. And you are greeted by a short and stout dwarf. It's Mort,
Hey.
waiting at the pier. He yells up at you. Oi! It's good to see you.
We've got your husband to be.
Good. I thought he got lost out at sea.
And we want to ransom him for 50,000 gold.
It will take at least 50,000 gold to get me out of the hands of these people who are holding me hostage.
Yeah?
I get off the boat.
What kind of game are we playing here? What is this? Get down here! The wedding's in 5 hours! You need to get into your suit! I need to get into my suit. He's right.
Do they make suits that small?
Oh.
I'll have you know, mine were custom made
I bet they were.
by me!
My little mice.
By little mice! By me, a big mouse, huh?
You're a big rat.
Oh no, I am sort of a well, I guess I kind of am. Shall we head down?
Yeah.
I promise there are no explosives on the
say-
island.
There are no what?
I promise there are no explosives on the island.
I hope there are.
There are definitely explosives on this island.
There are no
I'm
explosives.
So concerned.
Of all the explosives on this island, none of them are here. I mean,
Actually, when he says that, Cor will go dash to his parents and be like, throws open the door. Don't die.
is there a risk of dying?
There may or may not be leaning towards maybe explosives on the island.
Oh my god.
Zara looks to Luciano and then back to you. Explosives on this island.
Yeah,
Okay. Very cool.
just be careful.
This will be an exciting
Yeah, very
wedding, I
cool.
think.
Yeah, just be prepared to like fly off since Zara can't.
I will be prepared.
Mm.
Have we arrived?
Nice chat.
Nice chat, Cor. And you close the door behind you, I'm guessing. And you head off into the island. Now, how do you get off the boat?
I fly.
You
I
fly.
jump.
I carry Nadriel with me.
I'll catch anyone who needs catching.
Tamar will attempt
Pretty
to
just teleports herself.
Nice. Flashy, smooth, and elegant. Unlike
Sweet.
Tamar, who will attempt to claw his way over the edge of the boat and land on the other side. Avarice will look to Annie. I'll carry you.
Ha! You can't even carry me.
Cor, there's no time for that. I've been working on that. I've been working on my carrying abilities.
Can't carry me and I have wings.
No, Cor is a different ordeal. This is not about Cor. Annie, I'm here for you. And no one else.
Persuasion check. They're not sure if they trust him.
Persuasion check. Okay, let's
We've
look
known
that.
each other like 2 weeks. I mean, we've known each other like 2 weeks, so that's not a good idea.
8 days and
That's
7 hours. I've been counting them. Avarice.
Okay, that's a long time in your life, I'm sure.
Well,
What did he get on his persuasion check?
he's gonna roll it now. Okay. He's got a good persuasion.
Charming.
He is charming. That's incredibly low on the dice though. That's an 8. With 2 on the die. Plus 6.
I want you to look good in front of your friends. So maybe don't try this.
He laughs a bit to himself, I think.
I can carry you.
Can you really?
Yeah.
I've never been carried before.
The arms out.
He jumps.
Okay.
Avarice looks like he's having the time of his life.
Oh god.
Cora's just smirking down at Ami like, what are you getting into?
I have no idea.
This is weirdly kind of wholesome. I actually like this pairing. That manifested out of literally nowhere.
Literally nowhere.
And you head down. Now, you're all on the island. You're here. Freddy and Mort look at each other. They give each other a little kiss. Mort looks as angry as ever. Always angry. Freddy looks as happy and lucky as ever. We are going to go get changed and get ready for the wedding. And we shall see you all in approximately, I think it's anywhere between 3 and 7 hours. Mort looks at the rest of you. 5.5 hours. Exactly.
5.5 hours.
Okay.
Be there or be square.
What are we gonna do?
Well,
Are there drinks?
there are drinks.
Good.
There are drinks. There's the spa. You can use the spa if you like.
I would like to use the spa.
I am sold.
You may use the spa. It's an underground spa. You have to go through that cottage over there. You have all your rooms. If you go downstairs, there's a spa down there. It's a cave-like spa. Smells
Good spa?
salty. I don't like it.
Cora's already undoing his dress and walking towards the spa.
I don't trust anything
He
that
is
smells
desperate.
salty. The sea smells salty. I don't trust the sea.
Yeah,
Goodbye,
Gertie is
Mort.
like following, kind of dragging the trail along behind.
Freddy. Yes, Mort. You get ready. I'm gonna get ready. And then we'll be ready.
Abby's gonna look at Avros and just say, it's time to do
Ooh.
the magic that you promised you'd do for me.
Can you remind me what that magic was again?
No.
Of course. I was testing you. Yeah, there's a panic behind his eyes. Let me show you what I've been working on. And I'm gonna have a look at his character sheet.
It's all for you.
I'm gonna go to the Lee cookie.
Yeah.
He is going to... Oh, he has some stuff. Not very much. Okay. Oh, this is kind of cool. Okay. He clasps his hands together.
Okay.
And he closes his eyes. And a beam of light shoots up from around Avarice's general area that kind of envelops you as well. And the surrounding party members. It's more than just, it's just anybody within a 30-foot radius. And this light kind of beams up from the ground. And you are bestowed with hope and vitality. For any number of creatures within range, for the duration, each target has an advantage on wisdom saving throws and death saving throws, and regains the maximum number of hit points possible from any healing that is to occur.
Beacon of hope.
He just says, finally, I'm allowed to feel hope again. And just like, thank you. I guess.
Did it work?
Yeah.
I've never done that spell before.
Will to live and thrive.
Oh, he's such a dick.
Avarice seems to be vibing though. He just seems to be gleeful.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think Annie will take this moment to bow out and go find, like, I don't know, a nice place where he and Core could potentially sun, perhaps, once Core is finished in the spa. He's going to go reserve the best spot on the deck chairs for the whole group, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amy, I will be at the spa if you need me.
Okay. Amy leaves. So that Emma can be Jade again.
Avarice looks pleased. Jade, where are you right now?
I'm in the spa with Core. I'm providing him a seat. With me. Yes.
Judy, where are you heading?
Drudy was also heading towards the spa with the trail.
Okay.
Ah!
Tamar and Avarice will both head there as well,
Hi.
joining you all, getting dressed out of their fancy gear into more appropriate spa wear. There are robes, there are towels, anything that you desire will be
Bois
here
is
at the spa
wearing
resort.
tiny booty shorts.
Tiny booty
But
shorts.
you should be happy he's wearing anything. Jade was going to be nude. Jade will wear a towel.
Okay. Jade can be nude if Jade wants to.
Jade can be nude.
No, Jade will wear a towel.
Okay. Avarice will be nude.
I was gonna say,
Tomorrow.
if it makes you feel better, Drudy would probably be nude, and Adriel is definitely wearing a towel.
Cool.
Tomorrow's
Cora
wearing.
is only wearing shorts for Jade's sake.
Yeah, I think the same reason for Jade.
Tomorrow's wearing 2 towels. A little bit self-conscious.
You would have thought I'd be the most clothed one here.
Haha.
Tamara gets into the spa. 2 towels.
No. That's cute.
This is warm. I like it. Feels nice. Relaxing. So how are you feeling about this whole wedding ordeal?
I'm
I'm
confused.
excited. Very confused.
Confused.
Why are there explosives?
Pyrotechnics?
Why would he mention that at all? I wonder.
I wonder.
I'm worried. Do you think we'll get injured?
I have a lot of magic that can protect us if there is an explosion.
That's good. Best to probably have that on hand, just in case. I feel like Freddy, while charming, is certainly unpredictable. And that scares me.
Core's parents in the spa?
No, they're not. They're not in the spa.
They're not. Okay.
Mm.
Where did they go?
They went off. Nobody was looking.
Core's like, I hope they're okay. We didn't get an answer out of Nadriel, though.
What was
What
the
are you?
question?
You're
Oh,
purple.
half drow.
After what's the other half?
Oh, I think Father called them moon elves.
Moon elves. That sounds interesting.
Sweet.
Are they from the moon?
No, I mean he kind of just looks like a moonstone.
Oh. That's interesting.
I thought elves were supposed to be tall.
Nope. Dad's not tall. Not at all. I mean, a little bit taller than me, and then my other dad's actually kind of taller.
You are surprisingly tiny.
I'm not too surprised. Avarice looks around. I'm really a little bit surprised.
Only a little bit surprised.
Only a little bit.
Maybe it's just because you're sitting next to Dreedy.
He just kind of just reclines a little bit.
Just vibing.
Dreedy's like 6'1" or something, right?
Yeah, that's not including the horns, which are actually they look a little bit more like antlery, like they've stayed that way.
Cool.
I think
They're
Tamara
kinda
would
blooming.
sink into the bathtub like a capybara a little bit more.
Core will skirt over to them and he's gonna just push Nadriel next to Jade and start measuring.
Hi.
It's like,
What does...
Jade,
why would it...
He blushes.
no. Why are you blushing? Are you embarrassed?
I loom over Nadriel, and then I take a step away. I do not care.
I do not take a step away.
He blushes even more.
Dreedy, can you translate?
I don't want to. No. Call, come away.
He's just very shy.
No. I don't want him to be shy. He seems great. No?
I'll try.
Cool. Core, the biggest extrovert with Avros, is just surrounded by all these introverts. He's like, guys, please,
Avarice is just
say
chilling there.
something.
Ah, this is a nice spa. If only Abby was here to experience it with me.
No, I think I'm sick of you for now.
You might be right.
Wait
I have to go
a
find her.
minute, I have. Drudy reaches into her bag and pulls out a bottle of alcohol.
Ooh,
think I can-
Dreedy, yes.
Figure out what maybe help relax people.
I could use
Core
it.
is so pleased.
Tamar shakes his head in the water, kind of half submerged. And he
Core
pulls
takes a
up,
big old swig.
"Thank you for Judy. No alcohol for me."
Jade will have a small swig.
That is strong.
Very, very small.
"I will have a
swig.
large glass if it's on offer," says
Oh my
Avros.
god. Oh
I brewed
no.
it myself.
Oh no.
Yeah, I can see like a whole new color range.
Oh my god.
How strong is it? Because Avros is going to take
It's-
a large amount of it.
It's
Core's also taking a lot.
it's not Nevin. We'll say it's not Nevin.
Not never.
Ooh!
Not.
Oh, that hits hard. Oh my goodness, I can see my life flashing before my eyes. Oh,
Yeah, it's a pretty sad life, isn't it?
oh, God, why? Tamar. Tamar looks
It
up
all
at him
started when he
suddenly.
was born and Tamar rejected him.
Oh my god.
Woe is me. Oh, but this bathtub sure feels nice. Oh my goodness.
Mm.
Oh, I need to find Annie. I'll be back. And he gets up. Oh, pardon me.
Or is left with the introverts.
Tamar looks around. No, maybe I should start getting prepared.
Prepared for what? We've got 5 hours.
We do.
We've been in here for 3 already.
Oh, have we?
The time flies.
Time flies.
I don't remember that.
Well, you were very drunk.
That drink you took from Virginia was 3 hours ago, Cor.
Oh, what?
I know it's actually been 3 hours.
I was like, huh?
I'm not in charge.
We can say it's been about 3 hours. It's been a while. We've been chilling, vibing, catching up, and all that sort of stuff.
3 hours? I was gonna bully Nadriel more. That's such a waste of time.
Looks at Nadriel like floating face down in the water, and you've done enough. You can tell they're still alive because their ears are still bright red.
Oh my god.
Oh, and there's just bubbles coming up from.
Cute.
Dreet, you're gonna have to give him CPR.
I can do it.
No, you can't.
Oh.
Besides, Dreety's done this before.
Just lifts him up and just goes pat pat.
Oh.
Oh.
Nadriel, you should hang out with us more often.
Yes, it's very intense.
It is.
Isn't it great?
I apologize on behalf of myself only.
I don't.
No, I think you're great.
I think-
Yeah.
It sounds like a question, except for it's completely genuine and he meant it.
I think you're quite
No, I
wonderful.
genuinely
as well.
enjoy this.
From the little that I've seen of you, you seem quite nice and wonderful.
He blushes again.
Tamar,
He just
Part
that's
way,
his
partly.
constant state.
constant blush. Tamar partly sinks underwater. And I think in this state, you'll be able to take a short rest if you like to. Not that your character sheets will necessarily probably be used for anything, but you choose to do that. And there's a threat of explosives now, so who really knows what's in store?
Yeah,
But-
you know
I think-
what? I would like my wild shapes.
Yeah. I think Core might go try and find his parents after he recovers from being drunk.
Okay, this sort of above you, because you're kind of underground right now. There's like a staircase kind of leading to this cavernous area where the spa sort of is, and it's like natural rock formation. Above, where the sort of communal house is, there's like a bunch of different little rooms for people to sleep in. You get the feeling that maybe your parents are around here somewhere.
Parents. Hello.
You call out.
Yeah, he starts like kind of yelling out.
Okay, you yell
Hello?
a bit, and then eventually you see one of the doors open, and you see Zar open the door. Core, are you okay?
You didn't come to the spa. It's incredibly boring of you.
Wasn't in a spa mood, unfortunately, which is rare, but... How was it? You look a bit shriveled.
I drank something. I don't know what it was, but I lost 3 hours of my life.
Okay, that sounds quite worrying.
Mm.
Sounds like alcohol.
Yeah, I wanted to come sit with you.
Come. But maybe we should sit outside. Luciano's...
Core is dripping wet. He's still in his swimsuit.
Let's go sit outside. Luciano's asleep.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Zara shuts the door, and you both walk outside. There are some deck chairs. It is sunny. It's nice. Time is approaching
Yeah.
the afternoon. The wedding is happening soon.
Cool.
Is everything alright,
Can you
Core?
dry my hair for me?
Oh.
Of course.
Oh no, that's...
How does it look, Core? Well, actually,
Thanks.
how does this look to outside observers?
Oh,
Mm.
Core's
Clear.
wet hair is probably just like stuck to him.
Mm.
And I think if you like wring it out bit by bit and kind of towel it, it will start to regain its volume.
Yeah.
Kind of float up like Ghibli style.
I think very cautiously and carefully Zara will do that over a little period of time while you guys talk. Core, is everything okay?
Everything's fine. Weddings make me a bit crazy.
I can tell a little bit from your hair follicles.
Do my hair follicles reveal that much?
They show stress. And it seems you've been
Yeah,
pretty stressed.
I mean, well, the thing is, Core shows the reed on his finger. Well, Jade kind of like gave this to me, and yeah,
For
yeah.
any special purpose?
I think Jade said it was a fiance sort of thing.
Ah, an engagement ring.
Kind of, maybe like more of a promise of an engagement ring. I don't really know, but a long time ago, Tamar asked me the same question. I said no, but this time I thought if I said yes, I would feel less scared about it. But I still feel a bit nervous.
It sounds like you aren't sure about where you want this to go.
Well, I mean, before I didn't really know, because I didn't know what I was. That wasn't your fault at all. You were dead. But
That did happen.
now, yeah, now I kind of know. So I guess it's less daunting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Jay's not gonna die. I'm not gonna die.
It's
Why
good.
don't we not die together?
It does sound nice. But it sounds like something about that long-term commitment is bothering you.
Bothering me? No. Jade says I flirt too much with people, but I don't have friends. I just have that. So
Would you like more
I'm
friends?
working through that. Sorry?
Would you like more friends, Core?
I find it hard to make friends because people are just so easy to pick on.
That will make it a bit harder, yes. I can say that from experience, from when I was younger. When I was in my 60s. Many years ago. But I'm sure you will find that there are people who you might not want to pick on as much, or there'll be people who reciprocate that quite well.
Yeah. I'll keep it in mind.
Is it?
I will never stop bullying Avros though. Ever.
No.
That's fine. He doesn't. He doesn't seem like the person that you should ever relent with. Now,
He owes me so much money.
how much money does he owe you?
Well, I did start back billing him, and it's more than I think he actually has.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah.
He definitely seems like the type to show off his wealth, maybe more so than he actually has.
Yeah, you can tell me.
I'm worried though about his financial habits. Those suits that he's wearing, it's quite expensive.
How much?
I don't want to say.
How do you know and I don't know?
I've had a suit or two tailor-made for myself.
Yeah, I bet. Well, you can offer some advice to Avros. I'm pretty sure Avros's parents aren't in the picture either, so that explains why we got together.
I can see that. But I'm not so certain that it's my place to be telling Everest what to do or how to live his life. If anything, he's your friend. And if he's somebody that you want to keep in your life, then those are the conversations that you need to have together. And I'm in no position
Sure, I
to
can have a
step in
conversation
between you two. So yeah,
Maybe Tamar can talk to him too.
maybe Tamar. How do you feel about Tamar?
Tamar? Pretty good.
Pretty good?
At this point, I think Core would have revealed his sordid history with Tamar. Tamar doesn't want to live forever, so
How do you feel
I
about
guess
that?
we've got another 50 years.
It's It's not many in the grand scheme of things.
No. I'm. He seems fine. He seems to love Jade. I guess he kind of likes me. So
He's very protective of you. I can tell that.
I don't need anyone to protect me because I am incredibly powerful. Did you hear what I did to save Feliciano? They helped, of course, but
I did hear. We've been talking. We've been having discussions, and it's impressive. I'm proud of you.
I think it's entirely up to Tamar what he does. But I've done a lot of shit to Tamar, so.
Are you okay with his decisions? You can have preferences.
You mean am I okay with Tamar choosing not to live forever?
Yes.
It's Tamar's choice. Living forever is kind of daunting, you know?
It might be, but are you happy with that? This might be a compromise that you won't be able to settle, obviously. I'm aware of that. And there are these kinds of boundaries and obstacles in relationships. But you have to be honest with your own feelings. And you have to be honest with Tamar.
I think if this had happened like 10 years earlier, maybe things would have been different.
Maybe.
I don't think Tamar wants the same things that he did. And that's okay.
I think that is, yeah. But at the same time, it's worth talking about. His mind might not be so set in stone as you believe. Or maybe it might be.
Yeah. Well, 50 years, still a long time for me. I've never had a relationship longer than 12 years, so let's see how that goes.
It's quite nice. Your hair's looking wonderful, by the way.
Yes, you did a great job. It feels even puffier than usual, though.
It was a collaborative effort. You did the growing, I did the drying.
Thank you.
I'll let you get changed.
Ah, yes, I am quite cold.
It's good to see you, Cora.
Good to chat. Now,
As always.
I have to go find my dress because I dropped it somewhere.
Alright, you go do that. We'll meet you over at the wedding ceremony.
See you there.
No.
Don't get lost.
This is a tiny island. I really doubt I could get. Which way's back to the spa?
Zara will chuckle. And you'll head back to the spa to go find your missing dress. Now.
Yeah.
The time is
Jade
approaching.
has up and made sure it is dry.
Nice. Okay, so are you all ready? Are you all spiffied out? How are we dressed? We're looking fabulous, I'm guessing.
Jade is ready, and he is going to wait until everybody else is like super ready and all that, and like almost about ready to go, and then he is going to like, just sort of like look over at Cora and just like say, would you mind just coming outside for me for a second, if it's okay?
Cora's just got his dress back on. He's like, yes, I believe I am done.
He will go over and give Tamara a hug, and then he will lead and like say goodbye and say, we'll wait for you downstairs.
Okay, understood.
And then he is going to sort of lead you, Cora, outside.
Ooh, speaking.
I know. I assume that this is like, because there is a spa here, I assume that there is like a stone, like a natural hewn stone bridge with like a waterfall like crashing behind him.
Yeah. There it is. 100%.
Yeah. So, Jade is going to look at the waterfall and just say, "This is pretty."
Yeah.
And so are you.
I know.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say that.
You're not too bad yourself, Jade.
Thank you. That's very kind.
I know.
Has my new hobby of stealing made me more attractive? Only time will tell.
Surprisingly, yeah.
You've corrupted me.
I am attracted to crime.
Good. Jade looks nervous. Right. What I was going to say was, I'm excited to go to this wedding.
Yeah.
Are you also excited? You are. You just said you were.
As long as I don't get blown up. Something like that.
Well, if you were to get blown up, I would be really sad.
Thanks, Jade.
No, wait. Let me try again.
Mhm.
When I think of like life with you not here, it makes me upset.
I can imagine anyone's life is worse without me in it.
Just because it's.
Davros.
Or could we wait? Hang on. Stay here with me for a second.
Okay.
Because it's you and you're very important. And I'm not going to stumble through this because I actually feel quite confident about what I want to say, which is that I love you so much and you are probably one of the funniest, best things that's ever happened to me. And you dress incredibly well, and you've made me dress better. And you are a vast improvement on my previous companion, even though I have no relationship romantically with them. I'm glad that I have a relationship romantically with you, and if you like, I would like to make that relationship even more official than it might already be. Well, you said that crime made me more attractive to you. Well, you'll never guess where I got these rings, and I'll pull out these 2 rings. I stole them for us, so that we could get married if you want to get married. I also wanted to do this before the wedding because I wanted us to get it in there first.
Kor looks touched. He's kind of laughing, but he's not making fun of Jade.
Sorry, I've been a bit all over the place, but I really mean it. And I know that you haven't really thought about marriage in a positive way before, but I want to change that if you want to.
Kor will lean in and kiss Jade. And he'll take the ring with the smaller diamond and he'll put it on Jade's finger. But then he'll move his hair out of his face. You see that one of the jewels is gone. He'll reach into the pocket of his dress and he's got a very small, dainty ring with one of the jewels beset in it. And he's gonna slide that onto Jade's finger. Like, gotcha.
I asked first. So
You did
say
it. And now that is an appropriate sized diamond. Put it on.
Jade will slip it on.
It's like chunk.
It's a ring.
Yeah.
Probably good.
I guess this means I'm saying yes.
Yep. He will kiss and spin.
Kor is very happy.
Yay!
Yes. Let's go.
I am pleased.
Okay. Well, with one marriage proposal down, there's one left to go.
Yay!
A proposal or a marriage?
Well, a marriage, I guess. It's a marriage left to go, and then a marriage after that, maybe. Who knows? We'll have to see in the Where Are They Now section. But as you all make your... If there's nothing else you'd like to do right before the wedding...
Upon reuniting, we have fancy blue floral, Drudy and Edrail, and they both kind of clock Jade and Kor's fingers and immediately congratulations.
Tamar's there also, and he's kind of clueless about what's happened, but he sees that you're being congratulated, so he goes, Kor, Jade, congratulations. And he smiles.
So you knew what's happening. I asked you about it.
Behind Drudy's back, Kor does not Kor.
Kor, what are you doing?
Sorry. Kor, as the only magic person here. Nadrail kind of goes and basically makes a little minor illusion of the rings for Tamar to see.
And then he looks back.
To draw his attention to it and then kind of, subtly sleight of hands back.
Congratulations! Oh my goodness. I'm so happy.
Yeah, this one really hurt.
I can tell. It's come out of your face.
Yeah. It'll grow back. Maybe. I don't know.
Wait, this came... Did it hurt?
Kor's messing with you.
Okay. He holds your hand.
Tamar looks
No hurt.
very, very happy. And he's beaming.
But I like.
Jade also holds Tamar's hand. Well,
Core will also hold Tamar's other hand.
You're both very, very precious to me. You're wonderful. Both of you. Vibrant.
you're precious to us also.
Do not speak for me, Jade.
Oh,
But yes.
good. Glad I spoke for you then.
He'll give you both a kiss on the cheek, unless you deny it.
Jade will give him a lip kiss.
Yeah, Core will do the same. He'll like grab Tamar's collar.
Oh, mm.
Like none of that, none of that.
The collar of
Cheek kisses
suit.
are for friends.
Tamar will change a shade of green once more, deeper than you've seen so far. But he won't break eye contact.
Anyway, this is someone else's wedding. We really should get going.
Oh yes, of course. Let's go. And you'll head on over. And you see there, waiting, are a number of people. You see your party, obviously, attending this wedding. You see a familiar face. For the first time since you've been on this island, you see Ilaria, also waiting there, in a lovely, dark,
Or run for her.
spangled
Aww.
dress.
That's his mum. Hasn't changed.
She'll be there. She'll see you, and she'll embrace you. Immediately, and very
He's like,
strongly.
Mom, I'm getting married. Isn't that cool?
You're getting married.
Not today. I know it's about that, but it's also about me.
Wait, when did this happen?
Like 20 minutes ago.
Oh my
I'm-
god, you're
I'm
going to have to tell me all about it.
I say from just
We will.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Look how heavy this ring is. His finger's like drooping.
Oh my goodness, Cora. That's a really big ring.
Yeah.
That's
He stole it.
okay. Mischievous. It's very you, Cora. It's very you. But let us sit down for now. We'll have to talk about this after. And Ilaria will sit back down. And I'm guessing that you're sitting with Jade as well, and Tamara will sit with you as well. You see, as well, on the other side of the aisle, there's just kind of there's like a lawn, and there's just chairs kind of put about. It's very like homey. It's not very official or anything like that. But you see a group, a family, all very short, family of dwarves. You see 6 of them, all there.
Oh.
They look to be Mort's family. They all look very similar, all the same height, very different.
Is Mort grumpy?
So again,
Is Mort the grumpy dwarf?
the grumpy dwarf. They all kind of appear a bit grumpy from further away. They're all a bit scruffy. They all have a scowl, all looking.
What about bashful and dopey and
The
happy?
7 dwarves? They're all there. They're all there. You can't tell if they're supportive or not, but they're here. Front row seats. They're ready for this wedding to occur. Doesn't appear that Freddy has any family at first glance, but then you do notice somebody who isn't making eye contact with anybody. Even smaller than the dwarves.
Aww.
You see a gnome?
Is it Ratatouille? Is it Remy?
Haha. There's not
Is it Remy?
There isn't a Remy. Well, maybe there's a Remy. There's a gnome
Yeah.
that you
There's Remy.
can't see the face
I
of.
know.
A gnome.
No,
That's cute.
that's kind of.
They look.
It's Dariel. Treaty, it looks
Judy
like she's
recognized it
gonna
immediately.
like do a beatdown, and Nadrael is holding her back.
Wait, so. Oh, that's good.
Wait.
This is Dariel's long lost son, right?
Oh my god, that's so funny.
It is.
That's so funny.
They
You
do.
know what?
The only thing I will say is that they have the same last name. But other than that,
So wait, is this Dariel or is this?
This is Dariel.
Dariel. Okay. Yeah.
This is
Trudy looks like she's gonna throw down.
yeah. She's looking like she's gonna throw it. Okay. But she doesn't, right? She's being held back. Or are you
Yeah, by somebody with very, very little strength.
Okay. I think Tamar will
Yeah,
also...
she is being held back by Tiny Twink Boy. No.
Retreat.
She is dragging him.
That's kind of funny.
But yes, it appears that is in fact Dariel, for those of you who may notice. He is there, sitting kind of a bit further away from everybody else, but also there. They are, after all, both von Bananenbiegers. Or Van Bananenbiegers? I forget now exactly, but they're right there.
Oh my god.
Now,
Can I roll an intimidation check?
you can roll for flavor. Go for it. You can roll with advantage because you're feeling it. You're not trying. You're not
Does
just.
this mean that Dariel made a child with a big rat?
We don't know if it's Dariel's son necessarily.
I can't believe I was ever concerned he might become a
Poor slap.
core.
Jade was jealous from day one.
Uh-oh.
Actually, that's interesting. None of you know Frederick's origin story, but that's something we can go into post-campaign.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? It's a blurry...
Natural 20?
Is it a nat 20?
It's a natural 20 on the
Oh.
little trans phoenix.
Oh my god, you are letting off... There's a visual aura coming off of you. The vibes are manifesting. Entering the visible light spectrum. Everybody feels this ominous aura emanating off of
I
Rodrigo.
think we should let it happen.
I think it's funny.
And I think it's funny.
Funny. Yeah.
Tamar looks like he's ready to attempt to stop the situation from happening if there is one. He's just
No,
ready.
no, don't stop it.
Core, I think it's best if... I'm just going to stay ready, just in case. You never know.
Rodrigo needs catharsis. I really think we should just let her at it.
That's true. I love Rodrigo.
I agree.
But also, this is for all of our own good, I think. I believe. Look, I'm not very good at deciding these things, but I just feel as though something is telling me I need to prevent this situation from happening and getting any worse.
Or just leans over to Drina and goes, I support you. And your rage.
Deep breaths,
Jake
Rodrigo.
Knowles in
Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
Also, like, Nadrail is just, like, being, like, dragged across the
Tamar
room.
will hold the drill from behind as well, so it feels like there's a bit more
I
force
don't
pulling
know
you
how
back.
to let go.
Don't let go. Never let go.
She's gonna kill him.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
It is what he deserves at this point.
I'll help you.
Wedding at a funeral. Gotta love it.
Funeral. You see in front of you on the stage, walk before you. You see Mort waiting on stage, and you see Freddy walk up. There isn't any music.
Wait,
playing.
there's no music?
There's no music.
Oh.
You hear Freddy going. As he just walks by you.
Are you serious that that's what's happening?
Yes.
Because he's like a scat rat, right?
Huh?
He's like, wasn't he like in a band?
Yeah,
Was he a scat
he was.
rat?
Yeah.
He wasn't a band.
Oh my god.
Hi, Mark.
This is a bit sad.
Nadrail minor
I agree.
allusions to music.
Oh, nice. Oh, wow! It manifested into real music. Mort, did you see that? I'm magical powers now. be careful! I might disappear. You don't know. On a wedding
I
day.
wish
That
you
would...
would.
Freddy.
In that moment, Trudy gets free, and she just absolutely clocks Dariel in the face.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Trudy. Do it, Trudy.
Oh my god.
Just the once, and then she goes and sits back down.
You knock him out of his chair. He looks around. It's not Dariel. No, I'm kidding, it is Dariel. But that would be funny if it wasn't Dariel. It was just a lookalike or something like his long-lost brother. But no, it is Dariel. He looks around. It looks at you with a horror, noticing that you're at this wedding. And turns back around and decides not to engage.
His nose is just bleeding.
Just bleeding
Oh
out.
my god.
He's got like
I
a
think it's weird.
shiner, because, you know,
Mhm.
big orc fist.
He
Alright.
softly speaks to himself under his breath. Okay, I probably deserve that.
You did.
He doesn't say anything else. Mort and Freddy are on the stage in front of you. And there's a podium. It looks like there should be a priest there. Mort is looking at it expectantly. Freddy is looking at Mort with a smile. Mort then looks
Is
at
anyone
Freddy.
gonna marry these guys?
Freddy looks at the rest of everybody in the audience who's just watching right now. The few of you that are there. And then he looks at Mort. And he appears to be pondering something. I left the priest at the pier! Oh no! Mort looks at him. You absolute imbecile. But that's why I love
And
you.
then and there are no clerics or anything around.
Avarice steps up.
Oh,
I have the power to marry these two individuals. Freddy looks down the aisle. Mort looks concerned. Freddy looks relieved. Yes, of course! Alfred! Avros! You are our hero. May you please with us. I don't know what I'm getting myself into, but I will give it my best shot. He looks over at Amy before he walks up with a kind of a childish grin. Does Amy have any...
This isn't impressive.
He begins to walk up. And Avros...
Wait, Thomas, we're not on stream, are we?
No, we're not live.
Perfect. Core yells after Avros, simp.
Avros ignores it, and he keeps walking up. And he stands behind the podium. We are gathered here today, a dearly beloved. Family, friends, compatriots, adventurers alike, to wed these two wonderful individuals together.
Very individual.
In holy Core, I heard that. Down there. Over. In row 3, seat 5. We are here to marry these two wonderful individuals together in holy matrimony on this majestic sunny day, he says as the sun begins to set. Mort. Yeah. Do you trust me? What? Do you trust me? No. The priest isn't meant to ask a question like that. Do you know how to do this? Well, no, but... Okay. Never mind. Okay. He snaps his fingers. And glitter comes out. In holy matrimony. You said that already! Mort. Do you take Freddy to be your lawfully wedded husband?
No.
I do.
Damn it.
He's an imbecile. Blithering idiot. Buffoon. Incompetent in every way. And I love him. Wouldn't trade him for the world.
Simp.
Course is calling out. And Iris turns around. And you! Freddy. That is me. I'm here. I arrived. I didn't sleep in. Good. Do you take Mort as your lawfully wedded husband?
Lawfully wedded dwarf.
Oh my god.
I do. He is very small.
Lawfully wedded husband.
Wait, what? Say again.
Lawfully wedded husband.
That's...
Core and Jade say as one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Their humour has merged.
I think Mort will kind of chuckle to himself a little bit, which is something you've never seen him do ever.
Got him.
I do. He is small and very angry. And he insults me incessantly. But that is why he is irreplaceable in my heart. I would trade the world for him too. Mort, I love you.
Oh.
You.
I don't remember. How does this go? Just say that we have rings to exchange, then we're gonna kiss. That's how it goes. Mr. Avros, Alfred, whatever your name is. Okay. All right. You may now.
told him.
You may now exchange rings. Could I be relieved for one moment? You forgot the ring, didn't you? No, not at all. I just have to really use the bathroom. I'll be right back. And he runs off. Mort scratches his head a little bit. Okay.
He's running away.
He'll be back. It's fine. I believe in Freddy. He's a bit anxious, but I believe in him. And he pulls out his ring, ready to go. It appears to be an emerald encrusted into a metal band. Looks like it was made by Mort himself. It's a bit crude, but it's got a charm to it that's unique, and it separates it from other rings. Eventually, you hear a pitter-patter of Freddy running back. I didn't forget the ring! And he pulls it out. And it's a very wide ring for for Mort's wide fingers. With a little ruby encrusted in it as well. A little bit more elegant, a little bit more fluttery. It has kind of flourishes housing the gemstone within the ring. Mort, you go first. Put it onto my hand. And he puts his hand out. And Mort reaches up and puts it on his finger.
How are you guys gonna kiss?
Shh! Don't spoil the ending. The ending is coming. Nobody has seen the wedding yet.
This is a size difference even I'm not invested in.
And now, Mort, I will slide this ring onto you. Okay. And Mort holds his hand up. And Freddy slides it from top.
This is gonna be Core and Jade's wedding.
Hell yes.
And then Avarice comes to a realization that he's going to witness something that he didn't think he'd ever seen in his entire life as the words leave his mouth. You may now kiss.
Kiss the rat!
And the two of them look at each other. Freddy looking like this. Mort looking like that. Into each other's eyes. A shimmer glistening as they share a moment of passion between the two of them very briefly. They kiss.
But
And there's a clapping and wooing coming from Mort's family. Oh yeah, let's go! Oh, yeah. And Avarice appears to be proud of himself. Where are you gonna do the survey?
good job, Avros.
Now it's time for the party! I almost said the farty! That would be embarrassing. That was a legit mistake. And then Mort and Freddy both pull out some instruments and get ready to start jamming on the stage. That's also the wedding podium. This is very impromptu, but they begin playing some music and Freddy begins to sing. On a night like this, I want to be together. Ding, 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 ding. On a night like this, the stars are in the sky. As I look into your eye, and the other one too. Both of them are beautiful and full of beauty. They are, is what I just said. And he continues playing. Mort also playing, drumming along. And people start dancing. People chill, people vibe, and it's a nice chill afternoon and evening as you dance on into the night. Now, that wedding will draw to a close, and you are free to do as you wish with the festivities as they are. You will have a nice night, and it's fun. It's a bit cursed and chaotic. No explosions there. Core, you see that Luciano and Zar are dancing together. They look happy.
Core yells, simp, and then hides.
Zar seems to laugh. Luciano scowls a little bit. But
What are you gonna do? Tell me off?
Maybe. Zar says from across the dance floor. Now, tell me, how are you all partying, if at all, before we fade into the night?
Judy?
Judy's definitely getting some dancing in.
Dancing away.
That's cute.
Is Jade dancing?
Core will definitely want to dance with Nadriel. He's gonna dance with Jade and Tamar and his parents and everyone, but he makes a point of grabbing Nadriel and spinning him above the dance floor. Full center of attention.
Yeah, I'm imagining that kind of everybody will kind of changing pairs kind of thing. You'll dance a little bit.
He's bullying him. It's the same thing.
There'll be a very awkward, funny moment of Tamar and Avarice almost dancing together before veering to another course.
And Ross is like, no.
Avarice appears internally very conflicted. Tamar feels very clear.
Once it gets dark, Nadriel will cast like dancing lights.
Oh, nice.
Core's like, that's great. They reflect off my wings and draw even more attention to us.
But not any more attention than is here on this private island, which is nice. You can be yourselves, you can have your wings out, with no worry or care in the world that you'll be seen or anything like that. You're all good. You're chilling. You're vibing. And the night will slowly crawl to a close eventually as you all, one by one, head back to the cabins as the night kind of stretches on. Mort and Freddy look happy. Everybody's vibing. Everybody's chilling.
Jade is partying hard.
Jade's partying super hard.
Super hard.
Now.
Does he get drunk?
He's as in like dancing very, very enthusiastic.
He's very enthusiastically dancing. Core is enjoying this immensely.
I think slowly, one by one, as people head off, Zarnalciano will say goodnight as well. Alari will, after a point as well. She will party for a little while, but then she'll head back to her quarters. She'll say goodnight.
Yeah. Larry's no weak bitch.
Mort and Freddy also will remain partying for quite a while, but eventually they'll kind of start wrapping up as well, as people begin to head to bed for the final night of the campaign. Is there anything you'd like to do before you head off?
Core would stay on the dance floor with Jade for quite a while, I
Okay.
think.
Yeah. I think Jade would dance with him.
He'll flutter so they're like somewhat eye to eye.
That's nice, thank you.
Yeah.
I wonder if I'll get a hunch.
But that is so rude.
He kisses him.
It's cute.
I'm learning.
Almost there. Barely stung.
I think I've finally learned the difference between bullying and flirting.
There isn't one.
Yeah.
At least I don't think there is. I've been told that is wrong, but I think it's right.
Being correct, but
Corey's happy.
so we're gonna get married.
Yeah, give it a little bit though.
That's what.
Yeah.
That'll be nice.
Well, we've got a very, very, very long time.
The longest engagement you've ever imagined.
Yeah. I need a long time to plan my wedding. It has to be the best wedding
Oh yeah,
ever.
I understand.
Uh-huh.
And then what comes after that?
Well, you want to stick with your people. Now they're up and breathing. And I kind of want to find the fairies.
There's a lot in the temple. It's a fountain of knowledge. It might be a good place to start.
Maybe. Doesn't seem Luciano knew that much. Anymore.
Well, we can change that.
Yeah. I'd kind of like to find out anyway. Just not tonight.
Yeah, let's just dance. And let's leave all that for the morning.
To the morning.
Jade will kiss.
Cool. Kiss Jade.
And spin him into a little dip.
Woo!
Gotcha.
And slowly, as the night wraps up, Vidridi, how are you vibing?
She's probably a little tipsy and kind of hanging on the trail as they like essentially make their way back to their room.
Tamara will make his way back as well, dorkishly dancing a little bit as well, going out of his comfort zone a little bit, knowing that he's not in public.
Yeah.
You see Tamar grooving a little bit to the music. But as you head back, after a hectic day, honestly, one of the more wild days that you've seen, you all get a much needed rest and fall asleep for the night. And with that, I think that's where we'll probably end this campaign.
No, it's not.
No?
Because you've missed a very important scene.
An important scene. Well, I was gonna get into post stuff in a moment if you'd like to, but go for it.
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
You haven't missed anything.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say, after wrapping up with the wedding over, now you've got your whole lives ahead of you. I want to know what your characters are up to. And we'll go around the table, alright? Jade, hit me up.
Like ours is kind of intertwined, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe Dree should go first.
Okay, Dreedy. You got your life ahead of you. How are things looking for you going forward?
I mean, like it's essentially just an extension of like her wish, which is just she's the Green Lady of the Wilds.
Need the witch.
I like that. I like that vibe.
Yeah.
Just chilling out, vibing, helping the people, achieving inner fulfillment.
Yep.
Sounds nice. It sounds good. After all the hectic events of the campaign, Vidrida deserves it.
And like once a year, you know, her hut wanders back to like her home in the Feywilds
Aw.
where she like celebrates with her family.
Oh.
Nice little
He's
reuniting
cute.
annually. I like that. That's nice.
And your face to me, hut. I summon Druti.
Well,
Spooky.
Jay and
Yeah.
Cora, you're also up. I know there's something specific that Emma wants to do, but how do you proceed going forward from this point onwards?
Should we do the immediate future stuff first?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're pretty much going to be sticking together.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look at my list just in case. So Jade does retrieve bronze from the bank and makes good on his inheritance, and somehow adds banker or bank manager to his list of accidental careers.
Cora's like, yeah.
What a
He
sight that was.
uses this to launder enough money to fund Core's lifestyle.
I love that.
In a reverse Tamar situation, Jade fully embraces a life of crime.
Oh yeah.
He becomes a phantom in the night, stealing from the rich for himself and his husband, and gets a little thrill out of it. But he does also, do the job that he ends up accidentally doing well. But his main goal was to bring Bronze back, which he does, and he puts him together again. And I don't think by any means Bronze is fixed as a person. And I don't think this means that Jade forgives him. But he puts him back together as best he can. And he walks away, leaving him on the bottom of that path at the foot of the temple where Bronze left him.
Oh.
And there's a small pouch of silver. And that's it. A bedroll, maybe. As if to say, make your own way in the world and don't fuck up again.
Oh, it's poetic.
Yeah. I don't think that's anything. We already discussed the kind of stuff that Cora and Jade would be doing together a bit, but cool.
Core is very pleased with Jade's turn to a life of crime. He assists Jade at every twist and turn, including bamboozling the local police force.
Hell yeah.
Because he's so good at illusion magic. Jade never gets caught. He makes sure Tamar gets all of the money back that Core stole from him. Yeah. And he helps buy Tamar a little bakery so Tamar can engage with his passion of baked goods. Okay. He will eventually marry Jade after a very long engagement, a few years, I would say. He does talk to Tamar and they reconcile, I think, their relationship, but they decide that getting married and having children was something that they're not really in that place anymore. But I think they do stay in like their little throuple until Tamar starts to age in a very noticeable way. And at that point, I think they have a nice little chat and probably peacefully break up, I would say.
I think that would happen, yeah.
Yeah, but Core makes sure that Tamar has a very comfortable, happy life. He keeps buying him dogs. When one dog starts to pass away, he'll buy another one, so Tamar just has constant pennies.
You'll never be poor, for you will always have pennies.
Yeah. And during that time, I think he's doing research into the fairies. He's spending a lot of time with his parents, catching up on a childhood he did not have. Making sure they're also very happy and comfortable. They have so much money. He's like, I'm going to give a little bit to other people. Sometimes. Until he has a very good file on the fairies. He's been building this up over probably a few decades.
Yeah. Jade would help him.
With Jade's help at the temple. I think he would make sure to visit Dreedy in her hut. He'll just pop in completely unwanted and unannounced with a paper cut. He'd be like, Dreedy, please.
I can see
he will make excuses to go see Dreedy. And while he's in the Feywild, he'll probably do more investigation until I would say the point that Tamar maybe passes away. And then he would ask Jade to go to the Feywild with him to find out about the fairies. And I think he does eventually find them.
I think he would.
Yeah. And yes, this isn't really game content, but Core, I think. Am I going this far? Is this too far?
Go far.
We have to
go far. Go as far as you want. Now, this is the stage to go all the way.
Okay.
This is closure central.
I think Core would find his way eventually into an area that's populated by fairies, and he would probably be arrested because he has been on the run unknowingly from the fairies, he is descended from one of the Fae deities. Aliciano's family is technically noble. He finds all of this out, ends up on the court, and he's just like, guys, I don't think I should be in trial. They're like, where's Aliciano? He's like, I don't know. I'm happy to stay here for a bit, though. It's a lot of drama. It takes a lot of time to work out. But basically, the way he sells it is that his partner is immortal, so he's not technically breaking any fairy rules. He agrees to spend part of his time in the Seelie realm and serve his duty with the fairies. But in the meantime, he's off in the Feywild with Jade. And eventually, I think he will have a child with Jade.
No.
It takes a lot of convincing.
Their name is Chi, and they look like a watermelon.
Oh, I like that. I love
They're
that.
very cute.
And they're really cute. They're shockingly soft-spoken and like gentle for a child born of us as well.
Born of
Wait, can we do a final little scene with Chi,
Yeah.
Yes.
if that's okay?
Of course, that's okay.
So Chi is probably like what, 3 or 4 at this point. Definitely a mix of like pink and green. Has tiny little wings that are coming in.
Aw.
And I think Core and Jade would spend a lot of time just walking through. Hey, Judy?
I was just gonna say, how much time has passed?
100 years?
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Oh,
Yeah, Judy's great.
So Druidy's gonna be an archdruid, so
Yeah.
Ooh.
thousands
Core would
of
definitely
years.
They would definitely make sure that Drudy... That's a good way to put it in. Okay. Core and Jade are walking through the Feywild, swinging Chi
yeah.
between them, looking for a very specific hut. Because Chi, you see, fell over and grazed their knee. And Core's like, around here somewhere, it's gotta be. 100%.
Yeah.
Drudy, come on.
Driti, help! We need you. It's the baby. It's the baby.
You hear this like creaking and a sorry, I'm gonna get a little Magnus on you. Another door opens.
Ooh. Core's like, oh, there she is.
Yeah, the door just kind of opens.
I present the child.
As you pass through the doors, basically any sort of like wounds on you heal like immediately.
Oh, that back pain. Finally.
I would say, 100 years has passed. Core's probably wearing, like, full-on fairy robes at this point.
Yeah.
He's not wearing his classic, like, thought gear. He's wearing, like, the fairy garments at this point.
I think Jade has probably gotten there as well.
Yeah.
His might be slightly more active wear.
Slightly more active wear. Core's gone for all the bejewelment, all the bedazzlement. Judy. Well, now you've fixed our child. How lovely of you. Guess we can stay for a while. Core just drapes himself.
This is not an excuse.
No.
He'll prop Chi up on his knee, and I feel like Chi is probably playing with Core's hair, just like it's like.
I've told them to stop,
circles.
and they won't.
They just like it too much.
Yeah.
This is our watermelon child.
Is this like the first time that like she would be seeing them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will make you tea, and if you probably don't need an insight check, but she's like sniffling a little bit. She's so happy.
Oh, we've got a lot to tell you, Judy.
She's just like has like blooms coming out of her hair and like her antlers.
No.
Would you like to be the druid mother?
Just flowers, just sprouting flowers.
Yeah,
Just
you can
so
hold
happy.
them. Core yeets Chi.
Oh no!
No, Chi flutters down.
Jade is on the floor like,
They're fine. Get used
Yeah.
to it.
I know. It's different.
Like Jade on the floor, tree up high, and she just fluttering in the middle.
Well, we've got a druid mother, a fairy mother, and a changeling mother, so I think that's enough.
Yeah, we've got the whole
Yeah,
set.
we've got the whole set now.
Indeed.
My parents sometimes see them. I sometimes allow them access.
Mhm.
How old and how
Tiny
long
Fury.
and where is Tiny Fury?
He didn't fit through the hut door, so if you open up the hut door, you'll just see his little face.
She's
just
like,
like
Like she just kind of like shifts her like shoulders and the windows open
oh,
and
they're wrapped around
like
the house.
Drudy kind of like sprouts catnip up from the
Oh.
the area around the hut.
Well, Tiny Fury just kept getting bigger, really.
Yeah, that was unexpected.
Massive Fury.
Massive fury time.
Tiny
This is
Fury
only
is a
tiny.
good name. It's very funny. But who is this? Who is your little one?
Well, Jade wanted to call them child,
Yeah,
to be very literal.
it made sense. to
And
me.
I said no. But we settled on Chi.
It's one syllable, which does not offend Core's sensibilities.
Yes, I love monosyllabic names. I think they're the sexiest thing in the world. But this child is a horrifying mix of, what was it again? Elf, fairy, changeling, genasi, statue.
It should
Beautiful.
It really should be possible.
You must be very proud.
Not yet.
I am.
They have to reach a good standard first.
They're already there.
They're 3, Jade.
Drudy points to what Jade said, like to Jade, and nods.
Core has been bouncing Chi on his knee for like a good minute. He's obviously very affectionate towards this child.
Does she make any
And
sounds?
she's reaching up and being like, "Eh."
Ah. Ah.
Drudy makes like a bunch of little hibiscus for them.
Oh.
Hibiscus. Repeat after me. Hibiscus.
Baby.
You did so well.
That was terrible.
Baby.
No, not good enough.
Look,
Also, Drudy, the
chamomile.
reason for the hibiscus was because it's edible, but she's making tea for the group.
Core is like shredding it and pressing it into Chi's mouth. Tasty.
Chamomile.
Mama.
You don't have one of those. Is that a good endpoint?
I think that's a pretty good point where we can kind of just like zoom out as we look on these adventurers living their current lives and heading into unprecedented territory, uncharted domains. Remains to be seen how it'll all go. But I think with that, we're gonna wrap up the Shiny Boys. Thank you so much for.
That's all, folks.
That's all. Thank you so much for playing all this time, for making time for this campaign, for letting me try out DMing for the first time ever. Never done it before this campaign, so this was the first to delve into this ever. And it's been a very, very immeasurably rewarding experience to do with you all. And you mean a lot to me.
Wow.
So
Thank you, Thomas.
I love you all for
Thank you so
very much for being here for all of it.
I love you. Thank you.
Yeah, it was a very, very fun, amazing couple of years, and I love all of these characters.
It was good.
Um,
It was good. It was really, really. There'll be memories that I'll carry forever. So it's kind of surreal to bring it to an end, but it's cathartic as well.
yeah, I mean, we always have one shots. We've got to say that.
Yeah.
There's plenty of content out there in the world for us to still do one shots and all that stuff. I'll be obviously delving into my DM notes to give you all the behind the scenes sneaky
You
stuff.
need to make a Google Drive.
I will. I'm gonna work on that. I will have some time off work before I switch jobs, so I'm gonna probably use that time to upload the heaps of
Yeah.
pages that I have and everything, so you can have a look through those and have a look at what I did plan, what I didn't plan, what we didn't explore, what we did explore. It'll be good.
I'll
But
drop some fics on you. I'm sure Emma will have some art, and so will Aylin.
yeah, if you ever have any extra content that you ever want to make, you know, I always love seeing it. It's really, really cool. So,
Dropping Avros's porn book on you.
Oh yeah.
that was really
The
became
whole
just a,
thing.
that was
It's
really
called The Magician and the Sun, and no.
those are really good characters. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you had a good time. As good a
Very
time playing
much
as I did
so.
DMing
It's
it.
very good.
Appreciate you all. I think I'll take this opportunity to end the recording, end the call, and I'm gonna wait around for a job call that I'm supposed to get at any moment. So that'll be good. I'll keep you all
Okay.
updated on that. And I'll see you
Thank you, Thomas.
soon.
Thank you, Thomas.
Love you all heaps.
Thank you.
okay? Appreciate you all.
Bye.
See you guys.
I'll
We'll
see you guys tomorrow
tomorrow.
morning.
Have a wonderful sleep. Alright, I'm excited. Alright, I'll leave you all here.
Especially you, Aylin.
Yeah, true.
No crying again.
Alright. Have a
Alright.
wonderful night.
Bye, guys. You
Love you all. See you tomorrow morning.
Love you all.
Bye.
Have a good day, Thomas. Have a good whatever, Aelin.
Sleep. It's sleep. I'm on y'all's
Sleep,
sleep time.
it's sleep as well.
Everyone have a good sleep.
Yes. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.